could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto two. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. Down enough. Maybe he's getting cruiser by mid one. They get up the Roar. They'll lose two. They'll lose three. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook, got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Denny. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 4
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. Oh, the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slap. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The Stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Sumail, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna fights Sumail. The Colts Burn. The Colts Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Sumail down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see. But CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the Wombo combo! Samuel is back. They'll get the egg into the Immortal.
OG right behind Ame. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the front line attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. He has his gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line.
No, but we're gonna find out right now because we're in the draft. Bye.
Seconds. Radiance turn to ban. Seconds. 5.
It was a hell of a match that we just had. Now let's see if we can keep that momentum going. Viking GG versus Alliance. As Kyle suspected, a Nordic team will probably come out on top, but which one remains to be determined. As we jump into the draft of game number 1, T-Governor Jenkins. I'm just as inquisitive as you two are.
We've been put in the bed. It's like little, no beard, barely beard, beard. Wait, what
Big thinking emojis all over here.
I don't know. I have a beard. What are you talking about?
I see the peach fuzz.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Getting up there.
Ah, quite the draft we got going here.
Tiny. Give me...
Seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant must choose. Earth Spirit. Dire's turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Seconds. 5 seconds. It is Radiant's ban.
Venomancer.
Seconds. 5 seconds. It is Dire's ban. seconds. 5 seconds. Radiant's turn to ban. 10 seconds. 5 Dire's turns to ban. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 'Dire's turn to pick. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 'Radiant's turn to pick. Please choose. Quick. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
This start is just bad.
I'm sorry, you have to know.
I would definitely bet body parts that this team took the earliest tier 2 tower in the tournament.
Okay.
I would bet 1 or 2 appendages.
Can we shave off your body part?
That's not an appendage. I would not. I'd rather lose an arm than the hair.
That's true.
And this is a reason why. Like, they pick these push heroes. They pick the Jakiro, they'll put it mid. They pick the Death Prophet for Limp constantly. This is one of his heroes.
The nice thing about this DP pick in this position is even if they pick a counter in the lane, the side lanes for Alliance are set up to be aggressive, which locks in the supports from Viking. They can't freely make these moves into this mid to pressure DP, even if it's in a non-DP matchup. If Alliance went for more like save-orientated heroes and more passive heroes, then we would expect this DP to be under a lot of pressure, rebuttaling that early push. But the Jakiro, the Veno, these are heroes that basically lock in Vikings' lineup to go, okay, we have to play on the side lanes till minute 10, and then at that point, DP's already got what she needs to be a little bit more pressure.
Right, and they have such a good death ball too.
Yeah.
With the DP and the Veno. I think you have to ban anti-mage here if you're Viking. I think Alliance is just going to insta-pick anti-mage. They could also all in on the push. They could go for some sort of like Lycan, maybe. But man, Nico Baby anti-mage is just so good.
It is. Nico Baby in general, come on.
Yeah, true. They banned the Spectre, okay. I mean, better against the Drow, I would say, in terms of it's more of a reliable hero at countering the Drow. But the anti-mage, we've seen anti-mage versus Drow where AM has like a slight lead. It makes the Drow look like a complete trash hero.
Anti-mage still available, Sven still available, Viking GG. Most likely, what are they looking for here? What do you think this Tiny and Enchantress are doing? You thinking a 3 Tiny? Are you thinking...
No, this is very much a mid-Tiny now with the 4 Rubik and 5 Enchantress, where Drow will be the carry, and they're looking for their offlaner. Potentially, we have seen the Tiny be put into their offlane role by, I believe, Hellraisers. Didn't really work out, so that's why I'm expecting it just to be the Boom Tiny on mid lane.
And you're okay.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Stays static in the lane, plays with 1 support coming in, Tiny might lose his tower. So it's all about how are they enabling the Tiny at the critical points. Can Tiny gank? Can Tiny defend? That's how I see this match.
Right, I agree. Do you think it's like some melee strength hero against the Siphon that you're going to just destroy it as Death Prophet, which is possible. Like, I think Limp is a high enough skill mid laner that he could just totally steamroll this. But with that being said, Tiny also has Burst, and Burst counters Death Prophet. Like, that's, you know, so if you can get a good support rotation, you can definitely kill the DP here.
Yeah.
What's that ban? Weaver ban. That's the really old Weaver model.
I won't lie, I couldn't even see it, so I was like...
5 seconds.
Yeah, it's like
looking from below. Yeah.
Below.
Oh yeah,
which is weird.
I showed you my Shikuchi. Please respond.
He's master. There's the offlane. So yeah, locking in that Tiny mid.
A lot of push.
So I think Sven. Yeah. I think you're totally right with the Sven. I feel like it's like Sven or Gyro, something to take space.
You don't like the anti-mage anymore because why?
The Beastmaster, tons of physical damage.
Too much pressure as well. Their early timing, even if lanes were bad, they're just going to be able to go. Like we saw that in that Liquid game with that Lycan. It's the same principle of even after a bad fight, their post-fight is going to be so strong that Viking can just roll over this Alliance lineup.
Then again, you do have a Jakiro, though, against the Beastmaster. Like, that destroys the board, right? So... If you really think the aim is just great for the game, you could go for it.
You could.
Okay, the Sven is... It's physical resistance. It's a cleave hero that's going to be able to take the space that an anti-mage would be taking with the exact same mechanic with the Battle Fury, so...
My fears for Viking they are the ones that are somewhat on the timer, because their construct to a fight isn't as simple as like we park one guy in front. They have a lot of like reinitiators and also a lot of delicate heroes. So when Alliance want to play out an objective, they're going to have the plague wards around the objective. DP's already pressuring the tower. Sven with his Ags rolling in. Like I don't see Viking able to take a true team fight if they're not the ones making the first move. And if they're ever under pressure, it's way too hard to get a good formation to defend themselves. But again, their lanes are pretty interesting. They're strong, and if they can get the ball rolling, I can see them non-stop aggression, take fights on their opponent's half. They die, they reset, they go again, they punish the timings, and then I can see them winning this game. But Viking have to play so damn well to not run into that wall and making the mistakes that we've seen a lot of teams make before.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the laning phase too. Like when you think, okay, Sven versus Beastmaster, it's a last pick Sven, so obviously that's going to be a counter. You can cleave the boar. Jakiro versus Beastmaster, you just breathe fire on the boar and the hero, that's a 1 lane. You have Venomancer, which normally would lose to a Drow and an Enchantress, a double range, but then you have the Earth Spirit who can kick the Drow in. You can kill the Drow.
Grab creep waves as well. Like,
so a lot of moving pieces here, Jenkins.
Yeah. Yes, okay, so I'm gonna say, I feel like Alliance has like a 50-50 against the Drow lane. I'm still going on about this. I think Alliance wins their lanes.
Perfect. There we go, let's go.
It's that simple. Speaking of which, in the coin regards, they have lost nearly every single Jakiro game.
As expected,
so,
Jakiro is not...
this thing's not looking great. Thankfully, it's not a core Jakiro, it is a support Jakiro, but still, you know, will Alliance have their work cut out for them. This may be the last time that you might see odds this one-sided, though, as we are moving forward in the Immortal playoffs. Teams are very, very even. Let's see how even this game 1 is as we pass it on to our casters.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
and gentlemen, welcome to Alliance vs Viking GG. I'm Eddie Pixel here with Fog for this best of 3. Fog, we're seeing the lineup, so what do you reckon? We're getting the Drow come out from Viking. It's going to be answered with that final pick of the big old Sven coming out from Alliance. And overall, a draft where, according to the panel, seems like Alliance are going to have the edge in the lanes.
Yeah, it does look like a really good Alliance draft, not only just in lanes, but throughout the majority of the game, too. I think that there's definitely a bit of a timer here on Viking. It looks like a little bit of a scary lineup, too, when you're playing with this Drow, that there are heroes that can just push you into the fights, right? So it does look like it can be scary for her, but if I've ever seen any team play fast, it is Viking. They like to play with these type of styles, with that tiny mid, with that Beastmaster, that Drow to pressure, take objective, so hey, should be a pretty interesting one.
Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen. We get ourselves into the action, and the action kicking off already is Celery. Well, he's dead. This is going to be first blood for Alliance. Who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to... try and give it to Limp.
Your bird.
Dude, he can't control
well, he shouldn't have casted it.
It's not better to cast it. Oh, there we go. They did try and give it to Limp. Wasn't going to be the case. FNG the ones to take it, but still, Alliance as a whole getting that first blood.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the Orb of Venom start here for Hans, so he's going to be wanting to play very aggressive. As I said on the panel, he can make some pretty cool moves here, right? Like if you're going to get on top of the Drow, he can push the Drow out of position onto the Venom and stuff like that. He's got a lot of different cool moves. I'm looking forward to see some better Earth Spirit play in general, because I think I've just been seeing a lot of these guys, they've been suffering a lot. Most of these Earth Spirits, they've been, the game...
You're claiming all the Earth Spirit players of
well, Zayats in particular has been having some tough ones.
Is it Zayats you're flaming, or it was Gilga you're flaming? Oh, we'll see what's going to be done here in this game, Viking versus Alliance. I mean, for you coming into this one, from what we've seen from the two teams, as just a general summary, what's sort of been your sort of feedback on how they've been playing? Like, coming into this, are you expecting Alliance to have an edge, or have Viking actually been showing some good stuff that you think they can't be written off here?
I mean, I think Alliance should have a little bit of an edge, but I think Viking is just one of those kind of like, I don't want to say like undervalued because like an underdog thing, but they're just this X factor, right? You're not too sure, because sometimes they just look so explosive, other times they just fall flat on their faces. So, but this is their style. They have Boom. He's playing his tiny. He's very comfortable on that hero, so I'm looking forward to see what he can do when he's laning versus a pretty tough lane, in my opinion.
Looking at the lane setup, so this top lane, FNG on the Jakiro, going to do his best to push back this lane, make sure space is secured for the Sven in the safe lane. I mean, all in all, it is a strong lane for Alliance, right? Toby's got to be careful with the boars. Very easy to feed them away against the FNG dual breath, and eventually Nico Baby with that cleave.
Yeah, can be an annoying lane for sure for that Beastmaster. I'm already seeing though, like Viking, they kind of covered their base a little bit. They blocked the pull camp, so they're gonna make sure that they keep that lane, equilibrium there. So they're just playing a straight up lane. While at the same time too, we see Alliance, they blocked the hard camp. So both teams kind of wanting to just like duke it out in lane, it feels like. Wonder if we see Aramis kind of change the style and start pulling waves. It's a tough lane.
It's going to be okay. The ball coming in to stop FNG from chasing. And then down bottom, some sweet little micro here, actually. That's going to set up for a bit of a play on OS 4. He's got the Fairy Fire popped, roll forward from Hanscamp. Stops the chase from Celery.
This is going to be a hard lane. They didn't block that hard camp there, and it looks like it's going to be respawning in a second. Yes, so they're going to have to deal with Celery grabbing those creeps every single time, because they did not go for that block here. I guess they wanted to try to get the pulls off, but there's a chance there. If you pull it, he's just going to take the creep.
Celery's just going to stop it every time.
Yeah.
And what are we seeing here in terms of CS down bottom? Shad, it's got 7 and 7. Nice. And a lot more than S4. S4 struggling to get the CS right now.
Nice.
4 and 3. It's okay, right?
He'll catch back up in a bit. Yeah. I like how they made that pressure move, though, when Hanskin was kind of trying to pull the side, so they forced the enchant to be casted. So then he has to wait 20 seconds to be able to take a creep. Mid, first 2 levels, we're seeing the Tiny does do pretty well. I think it's as those levels start to progress on DP, the harassment starts to come out. But
sure, yeah, Lim's going to be a little heavier with the nukes. You're always going to have that siphon to just out-sustain the damage that the Tiny's kicking out.
Yeah, and we'll see the big, rune rotation. Who's going to be able to get and fill up their bottle in particular? Is the Tiny going to be able to fill up his bottle? Because he's going to always be the one a bit lower on health because of the pressure from the Death Prophet.
Yeah, we'll see in a minute as well who's going to be heading over to secure that power room for Boom. As you imagine, he's not going to be able to just get it on his own. Up top, Aramis, he's going to continue to be chased. It does have a wind lace though.
FNG's just not letting him pull the wave back.
Yeah,
not letting him pull the wave away, at least. Not letting him do any type of shenanigans there. We also see FNG, I think he dewarded the pull camp too, so he got that little bit of extra golden experience for himself. And they just want to fight this lane. But I do think that Toby's done a pretty damn good job. 15-4 on the Beastmaster versus
Giving him a lot of
Hero.
farm. Yeah, I thought it would be tougher for the Beastmaster, but
yeah,
Toby's showing us up here.
Yep. And Nico Baby's already expended his stuns multiple times. He's out of mana on the Sven, so yeah, I'd say that top lane is what I would think as a win. Sure, they're not winning in last hits, but the fact that they're versus a Jakiro with the Beastmaster, I think they should be very happy that they're at this point here with this beast.
This is though in the mid lane we've had Boom. It was about 20 seconds before the rune spawn. He just didn't feel like he could stay in the lane, so he's having to head back to base. Means that he misses out on the 4-minute rune, and Lim gets the chance to have a couple of waves to himself without any interference from the Tiny.
Pretty huge. I think that's his boots already coming out too, so he's going to have a big advantage over this Tiny in the next few moments. And we see, that level 4 kind of hits, and that probably really starts to command lead.
I mean,
there.
Could Viking have afforded to get one of their supports heading over to mid? Like you look at the options they have available with the Rubik and Enchantress. Can you try and do something against the DP on the early levels with a Tiny in mid, or is it just a little too hard to dive a hero that has this Siphon?
I think the Siphon versus Tiny in particular just makes it really difficult, and it's going to be an obvious move, right? Like FNG's been tracking that Rubik like a hawk, so as soon as he moves from top, FNG's going to call it, and FNG's actually getting ran down top.
They're going in on him here. He's able to get back underneath the tower. Nico Baby helping him out with the war cry. Yep. So he's going to be able to put a stop to it. Toby's still able to grab the creep wave.
Yep.
This is going to be very nice for him as he's able to control that, take it right round, and continue to free farm on the Beastmaster back over mid. Things are not getting any better for Boom, as Boom, he needs help. He needs it now. It's unbound. He'll start to bottle up. And that TP over will at least stop Lim from going any more aggressive. He's getting this rune. It's lane in the mid lane. Only getting better and better for the DP. 26-12 against the 18-1. Now he's going to look towards Aramis as Aramis has stepped over Lim. He's going to chase this. Aramis may have just given up his life. Lim, does he want to continue? No. Boom has got the mana, so doesn't want to move forward there. Worried about getting caught out by the Tiny combo. But still, we're starting to see that Limp, he just owns this mid lane. This area of the map, very scary for Boom or anyone else that tries to come over and help.
I think it's really important though for Viking that they haven't been pressured on their Drow or their Beastmaster, and their lineup is really about this big time push.
Yeah, sure.
These are the two that need to be enabled for this push to really go and work, and it's going perfect here. Shad's almost level 6 here on this Drow.
And does this sort of surprise you, because you look at what they were actually laning against from Alliance, and you feel that Alliance with these dual lanes could have actually done better?
Rotation S4, he does go down. That's the one thing about the Earth Spirit. That's why I was saying I wanted to see what this Earth Spirit could make happen, but this is what I've kind of been seeing happen over and over again. He can't contribute too much to lane, so it's really just S4 mostly there by himself dealing with an Enchantress and this creep. And look at the Enchantress. She's farming as well. 20 last hits.
Okay.
Like, if this Drow has 33, Enchantress has 20 from farming neutrals and stuff like that. So it's...
I guess
this bottom lane is tough.
A few of them are probably the Plague Wars, right?
Absolutely.
He's clearing out the Plague Wars bottom, but still, it's still money. Mid lane, Limp at the moment, he's keeping the game in control here for Alliance. 6 minutes in, taking away the tier 1 tower mid. Like, for sort of the fact that the side lanes aren't maybe going as well as Alliance would have hoped, they are going to have this DP that's going to be able to sweep up now that Limp's taken that mid tower, come up with the next ult to one of these side lanes, and just start getting things going in favor of Alliance with the pushes.
Limp playing it perfectly. As soon as Tiny leaves lane, takes tower. Drow, like we said though, Drow and Beastmaster are very enabled right now, so they will be strong whenever they do want to join up into those fights. And Sven, he is choosing to lane still at the moment, so he is. I think it's a bit of a scary position for Nico Baby to actually be up here when he's playing versus this Beastmaster that's soon going to be 6.
He's going to try and dive in on this. Okay. Rolling in on Aramis, FNG stepping forward. So Hanskin, he's going to start taking hits from the tower. Hanskin goes down, Limps in with the wraparound. Extra TP's coming in from Viking as Boom heads over with the avalanche on towards Lim into the toss. Do they have enough damage for Lim though? That's the question. He's going to turn on the Siphon, but he's taking the tower hits Lim. The Siphons are keeping him healed up. Will finish off Toby, but the Fade Ball into the tree comes into the face of Lim. As Lim goes down, FNG's got to run. Boom and Aramis, they're trying to chase. Boom should have avalanche back up in a second. He does. He's up to the high ground. Nearly has enough mana for the toss. Might not even need it. Just punches down the dragon. And Elias just a little too forceful there with that dive around the tier 1 top. Hanskin rolling in, felt confident because he had the backup from Lim. But underneath the tower, Viking were able to easily turn and hold them off.
That's why I was surprised kind of the way that Liquipedia was positioning himself so far up as the Sven. It's because Limp was rotating in, but it's an easy rotation. That's where Boom thrives. Because he's behind as this Tiny, he's like, oh my god, they're diving tower. Thank god. Like, this is my position to finally get something rolling for myself as this Tiny. So it gets a good positioning there. They have the slow constantly being applied to Limp.
Oh, nice. And the sort of the dream item for the mid Tiny as well. Boom, he's going to get the faded brooch.
Yup. I think they both sides got the faded brooch, but Limp will also have it.
Again, that thing, the deep conspiracy.
We know.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We know the conspiracy.
The timings, when you hit the neutral at the same time on both sides, you'll get the same item. That's how the maths works. It's all in the system. Now we just need someone to crack the code so they work out which second, which neutral item.
They don't even have to roar this. An easy kill.
I mean, this is what you're on about, right? Viking, if they get good lanes, they start to make these pretty quickly.
Yup, and this is a lineup.
This is where they look good.
And this is a lineup, like you're playing versus Sven. Sven, this hero takes time to get online. You want to be backing up, you want to be able to hit jungle. Viking GG, their draft is not about waiting on anything. They're about just going. And Drow soon is going to start joining this once she feels, comfortable to do so. But their lineup can really get the ball rolling. I think it's going to be a lot of pressure onto Limp to, make that space for Liquipedia to really farm up that jungle, because I think Viking's really going to start collapsing and looking for all these towers very quick.
Yeah, I don't know if he's changed it, but you can sort of see the pressure on Liquipedia with his build. He's going for the Madness. I feel like we've seen a lot of Svens nowadays. If the game's going to how you hope it to be, you get in the Midas. But Liquipedia realizing he's going to need something much sooner to actually help him in these fights that Viking GG are absolutely going to bring, with Toby getting that Necro book out. As you say, the Drow just having a solid opening to this game. Viking GG are going to come in with the pushes, and Alliance, they've got to be ready to fight them.
And they're going to have to be fighting mostly man down, right? Because Liquipedia's just not going to be there. Surprising that they have 0 stacks for him, actually, though.
Just this little ancient one he's done himself.
Yeah, I think maybe they could have utilized a little bit more time, maybe from Hanskin, a little bit of movement for him to get a couple of those stacks getting on, because they didn't do much on the bottom lane, right? So
I mean, it's definitely true. You could look at the first 10 minutes of this game, and you could certainly say, what has the Spirit done? He's not been able to get lots done in this opening Hanskin.
He's protected S4 in some situations. Like, S4 would have definitely died more if he wasn't lingering on the side there, but maybe he could have found a moment or two to have backed up. And I think, like we said, I think this is Viking timing to really kind of press that issue forward, but at least Alliance, they've taken mid tower and bottom tower, which is going to give them a lot of information on the map with these wards that they can play.
And Liquipedia would definitely be on the same line of thinking as you, though. He'd be like, guys, we could have done with some more stacks here, come on.
At least one, come on.
Viking, they don't even have a team that really can contest the stacks either, so all the more reason to get them going.
And here we go. They're ready to go. Everyone's got their level 6, or the important ones at least.
Let's see what they can find down here. It is S4 pushing out alone.
Do they have the toss to a lift?
He senses something's up. They found him. In they go. S4 dropping the Poison Nova. Just trying to be annoying, at least kick some damage back out on the way out. Verifier won't save.
Oh, nice contribution there by Celery. The one attack from the Centaur getting the last
top lane. What's happening here? So the down to Toby, but he's still going to be able to find the roll onto Hanskin. Limp's got to run. They're going to drop the Macropie down. Limp's going to pop the ghost, but the big shots hit from Chad, throwing them into the avalanche. FNG Limp, they're getting so long. They've got to run. The impetus is out. FNG goes down. Limp, he's going to die, or maybe not. The Siphon, the Suck, it's saving it for now, but Viking, they've got 4 heroes. Boom just tears through the trees, takes him out. That was the exorcism. And he only ended up exorcising himself from the game. He's dead.
And this is this big timing. They're going to just show up and bring that action to you. Death Prophet, no real save behind her this time around. And there's a lot of burst damage she has to worry about. A lot of kiting as well. See that Boar Slow really coming into play. Same thing with the enchant coming from the Enchantress. A very nice fight.
That's going to hurt, though, if you're losing these exorcism opportunities.
It's go time, right? Viking, they don't have to wait on anything. They're actually, Roar is down, but who cares? Their lineup is all about putting that pressure on, applying it, and making sure that Sven doesn't get space to farm. They're off to a great start. 9-2. And continuing to apply pressure up top with this Beast, who's going to have a very good timing on his book. He's actually going to have it almost done.
Well done.
Versus a Jakiro lane. That's very surprising.
Honestly, I can't believe Toby did that well in that top lane. That was very, very well done. Jakiro and Sven, I mean, maybe you put it down to the Beastmaster, maybe you put it down to the Rubik. Obviously, nicely played there in terms of pressure.
Aramis.
Aramis, what's he going to do down here? He's level 7. What spells he got stolen at the moment? Just the Plague Wards. Wants to
try to block him. Swipe block him.
Trying his best with the Jukes. I mean, he's making them work for this.
Round 2 to try to block.
The Siphon will finish the job off. Limp able to find Aramis. Trying to get his Jewel Scepter done. First time here this game, of course, against the mainly really against the silence, and then the combo of the Tiny trying to break it up, give Limp the chance to live through the heals that he's supplying himself with the siphons. And what we got from Boom, 1400 towards the Blink Dagger after the phase, so it's going to be making good timing on that. You can see there as well, some great involvement from Boom on the Tiny. 106. He's been involved in 7 of the 9 kills, which is exactly what you want to see from your Tiny here at 13 minutes.
Yeah, they're making sure they don't really rush anything, though, right? It feels like maybe they could pressure a little bit more, but they want to be a little patient for these next few items to get picked up. That Necro book is now done. Blink is very soon on the Tiny. I didn't see what the Drow was actually building, but she's probably getting close to another item. Books are popped. FNG.
So FNG trying to make a move there with Hanskin. Did just finish up the Veil.
Ooh, cash money for Nico.
Some good dollar here for Nico, baby. He needs it. He's got to stay at the top. There's the other 2 cores falling a little bit behind. Pressure on Nico, baby, to carry, and something that he doesn't mind. He does not mind at all the pressure being upon him.
That's a big counter there from Alliance, though. That was the first book 3 usage, so it's going to be down for like 60 seconds or so until it does come back up, and it is Nico, baby, who farms them, and he's back up to full health because he has that Mask of Madness. So it was nothing lost for Alliance, and a bit of momentum slowed down there for Viking.
Still, Shad able to farm away nice and safely. Yep. Alliance have just not really been able to invade Vikings half of the map. Just no sort of attempts to hunt down and find the Drow. It does really feel that there's been so far more preoccupied just with this pressure from Toby and Celery up on the top lane. This is where they're sort of making moves towards. They're doing it again, Alliance. You see 4 of them coming through their jungle just to try and keep this top area secure. But it's just given so much space. It's given the opportunity for Boom to finish off his Blink and Shad to just continue to farm away quietly and peacefully on his half of the map. And there it is. So Blink Dagger done on Boom. Viking's going to be ready to come in with a big hit. You've got the Blink Tiny. You've got the Raw ready to go.
Yeah, I think Alliance is probably sitting back and just being like, you're kind of forced the issue to make the moves on us because we have a Sven just jungling faster than your Drow is going to jungle. So I think this is kind of how Alliance wants to have it set up, right? Like S4, he's just parked in front of a tower. He's chilling. So he's fine with all that. But now, like we said, this is Viking's big move here. If they can wrap it, just pop a hero with this Blizzard Hammer.
He's going to get caught out. Boom's in with the combo. FNG goes down. Lem's still walking into this. Aramis is going to turn with the Stolen Dual Breath. Hanskin comes in with the roll, gets the silence sounds. The 2 of them. Boom's getting raw on the Tiny. Boom trying to step back. Toby comes out with the roll onto Hanskin. Hanskin getting killed off by the Stolen Siphon of Aramis. Nico, baby, and S4 trying to charge down. Opportunities. They find Aramis with the God Strength. They take him out in a couple of hits. Nico, baby, seeing if he can find Boom as well. But the Blink Dagger is back and available. Boom will be able to make it away into the shadow. So he's out of there.
And all of Alliance in position, ready for that move. They didn't even have to waste the Exorcism in that fight. And Shad, he was just farming during the majority of it. He didn't have a way to actually get in toward his team. Alliance with a great response.
I mean, if the game does sort of play at this passive pace for the most part, you would side with the Sven over the Drow as sort of the game scales on?
Because they have a lot of ways to get on top of her, I feel like I would, yeah. And the Warcry is just a straight up kind of counter in the way to the ultimate of that Drow, since it's plus armor instead of just that main armor, and it enables all the team to collapse on top of her quicker. And they do have the Earth Spirit always to get on her. But it is going to be a lot about those initiations, because that's the one thing that Viking, I feel like, always should have going for themselves in this game, right? They have Beastmaster, they have Tiny with Blink, and they're always going to have this vision, so that can always change things. Because if they just pop a hero, bam, then that's ideal.
Yeah, when it comes down to the 5-on-5, it's just going to be a case of can Viking keep a line off the Drow. Boom. Give it the jump on the hands, get the silence down response. Nico is going to throw out the stun onto the Tiny. Aramis caught in the macro pie. He'll burn down. They can turn from Warrior Alliance. You'll set up onto Boom. Boom held in the river. Shad's trying to turn. Boom will almost certainly fall. He's going to try and turn the Southern early. Ghost actually comes out. That's going to push Alliance back. Boom will be saved. As Alliance will have to back off from that.
No Earth Spirit, they don't have a great way of initiation to get into that backline. These high grounds are very scary from both sides, especially these like kind of very narrow portions here with like Jakiro on one side, you have Drow with the Gust on the other. Definitely some scary moments, and you have to be very careful as FNG in this game because giving up Ice Bath can maybe lose you a lot of team play. So he has to be very careful how he covers himself with his dual breaths versus this Rubik.
I was saying these fights, Nico baby continues to survive. 3 farms there. He's got half the Aghanims. And obviously, when that is done, then the big warrior comes out. If Viking aren't able to catch this Sven with the Gust, with the silence, he is just going to be straight in the face of Shad's Drow.
Yep. Gonna have to find a lot of different ways to bail out that Drow. They definitely want to be at a bit of a, further. They want to be in a lead here on the side of Viking GG and Alliance. They're really splitting up their resources very well here.
On top.
Hanskin,
I'll take the free kill as Toby drops the roar.
When they're this split up, getting that increased resources, this is bound to happen when you're playing versus just greater initiation, greater ways to catch people on the sides there, especially with the Beastmaster. Nicely done there by Viking. Very close game so far. 13-6. Only 1K for Alliance here.
But it is starting to shift their way, as you said, in terms of farm. That the Sven is. Ooh. Oh, that was weird.
That scared me for a second.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, God, not again.
Well, we're good. Nobody's disconnected. Everything's fine.
The fact that they haven't killed Nico Baby is massive, right? 103 is having flawless movement around the map. He's able to farm even some... Oh, not a stack that FNG tried. But he's enabled. And by the time he shows up to that real big first fight, he's going to have this Aghanim's. It's going to change a lot. Because it's going to help them get that initiation factor, and it's going to help Hanskin actually go for proper targets.
I mean, and in that sense
look at
as
Lips.
well.
Lips going for the blink, so really trying to get on top of targets. Okay. So wants to follow up with the Sven, right? Then you can actually stick next to him the whole time.
And the thing is, this Sven will literally kill everybody. You don't need to worry about rushing the Ags yourself or buffing up your damage output. As you say, as long as Limp can find the positioning to hit these multi-man silencers, to survive whilst the exorcism of the siphons are kicking off, that's his job done. Yeah. That is his job done.
Hanskin again. He's going to go down. Constantly finding this Earth Spirit. I said we wanted to see some more from the Earth Spirit, but I guess we're starting to see the same of the Earth Spirit.
This is the role that he's playing, right?
Yeah,
He's the man that's on the short straw. He's getting sent up to that top lane to pick up the XP and to feed his life away each and every time. That's all part of the game plan.
I think they've realized he's kind of this 5 position Earth Spirit now.
Just let him die on the top lane. That's the strat right now. You could say, here we go.
Oh, we get
Well, I'm confused. I feel like we've just jumped to a different dimension. Where am I? Well, there we go. That was a replay with a very subtle high-level skill being performed, and if you didn't see it, then you're just not very good at the game.
I didn't see it.
No. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We get to see him get annihilated. Wait, did Aramis kick his stone back at him? Did I see that? That actually looked kind of cool.
Probably did. Aramis pressed all the buttons.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, that's scary.
Alliance online.
Ready to go. I mean, Shad, he's still hitting creeps.
He's still very farmed.
If you're Viking GG... Okay, I guess the BKB. When he gets this BKB right, he's got to start making moves with the team. Like, what are Viking GG waiting for in terms of this Drow's farm? Like, do you feel they're sort of sitting back a little too much with the Drow rather than being a bit more proactive?
I think they're just scared running into Death Prophet Jakiro. It's a very scary draft to run into. Like Veno, Jakiro, they just cast all these spells and you're in the midst of it all. It's gonna all connect on you if you are trying to chase down this Sven, chase down this Death Prophet. So I think they're just scared because of the positioning a lot of the times in the fights. Like Shad shows himself and immediately he's getting pinged. Like,
I gotta run.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
They just have to get these favorable kind of initiations for them. But Alliance right now, they just have the better form with this Sven Ags. It's just a lot more threatening than a Tiny blinking in. Because if Tiny blinks in, it's a death sentence for him. If Sven Ags jumps in, it's more than likely not a death sentence. So Toby, it looks like he's actually going to go for a Lotus Orb here. Okay. So they're itemizing to deal with that Ags Sven, right? Throw everything onto the Drow and try to protect her as best as possible.
How much does Lotus Orb really save you, right?
If he doesn't have BKB...
He stuns himself for a little bit, and then he's like... And then he kills you anyway.
Well, it allows you to get something off, right? If he has a Hurricane Pike, if he has a Gust, he can push him away. It's one of the few counters, right? It's like the Lotus or the Blink... Or you go for that's kind of.
I think the blink is definitely the best itemization in terms of a counter against Sven Ags.
Yeah,
right? Can't be dispelled by the talent. You're able to disjoint it. Sven Ags is that ridiculously powerful that any other sort of standard item that you would buy to help you from this sort of initiation just doesn't work because of the level. Is the level 15 talent, right?
Yeah, he's got the BK, or he's got the DD rune.
Oh, nice glimmer, Kate. Would be a shame if someone was to dispel it.
They had the sentries anyway. Come on, FNG's always prepared.
I mean, sure, yeah, but that was placed down as he died as an offering, as a little little memento of the area where Celery's Enchantress passed away.
Yeah. It's scary. It is scary for Viking just to walk into all this team fight. That's really what it's feeling like. They're chilling back. They're farming these next few items. They probably still feel a bit strong to fight just because of how big the Drow is. But Tiny's really starting to fall off when he's not starting to get these like ramped up.
Yeah, had a really good start, really boom, but it's just slowed down. I mean, he's 3-0-8. That's not bad.
Still strong.
It just needs to have kept going. You know, any sort of moment where this game passes in minutes, that the Sven's just exceeding at a race. He's just so far ahead.
Yeah.
The race is on and he's winning. He's winning by 2K right now. This is going to happen. Nico Baby is a little too strong.
And S4.
You gotta run. You gotta hide. You can't hide. There's an item called Dust. They see you. Celery. He's gonna die. They can't save him. The okay, let's see what Aramis can do. Can he do something cool with it? We're seeing the rest of the team just die though as Nico Baby dives again on towards Toby. In multi-shot, nearly gets Handskin. Won't be enough though. Handskin's gonna live. The Exorcism pounding into the tier 2 tower. Nico Baby's gonna turn his attention over towards it as well with the God Strength. This tier 2 is falling. They got a massive Sven problem.
Yeah.
Sven is kind of looking like he's going to walk away with the game right now, Nico Baby.
He just gets handed. He just finished his axe pretty much, and he's handed a whole nother item. He has the BKB finished almost, so Lotus Orb going to be countered because of that BKB almost entirely, all the way up to level 20. Really feeling like Viking has lost that timing that they kind of had. I mean, they didn't really have it going for them either, though. That's the problem. They didn't force the issue hard enough, and now Alliance has such a comfortable position to always initiate and steamroll. Yeah, that's exactly what we saw there. They just steamrolled through everything that Viking had.
This is how they're going to get this Sven. I feel like Shad needs to, at this stage, get the Hurricane Pike done and then have a damage item on top of it. At the moment, Sven's not going to care. By the time you're able to do any sort of damage pierce through the War Cry, Sven's going to have killed half your team, if not more.
They're trying to take advantage of timings here now, though. BKB finished on Drought, about to almost level 18 as well. Okay. And Exorcism is down, so is God's Strength. So they feel like they do have a bit of a timing window here to get something done.
Up with the BKB. Nico Baby.
Can they catch anyone?
He's going to try and separate S4 for the rest of the team, but S4's able to get the poison over out. Handskin rolls in onto Boom. They do kill off the Veno, but S4's already kind of done his job. Nico Baby not ready to dive in yet. 10 seconds until God's Strength, so ideally for Alliance, they will hold off until that's up. They're able to do so, only casualty being the Veno, and at this stage when the game is that much focused around just Nico Baby leading the way, you're probably not too fussed about losing the occasional S4 Olymp at this point.
Yeah, as long as you don't lose something like this, right? Which I don't think that they can actually commit forward
into
here.
It's just a little too slow and spooky from Viking. They know that the God Strength is up. It doesn't matter that they're up 5v4. Sven is going to continue to just run into the pit regardless of the fact that he's without an offlaner. And he's going to charge in and kill everybody.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling pretty concerned for them because their lineup is really about getting that lead and going for these constant pickoffs, right? When you just look at it, they don't really have those big team fighters. You look inside Alliance, they just have a lot, like everyone is a big team fighter in a way or can contribute. And this is a massive Sven that they don't have great tools to deal with him. They have the roar,
just so
but
hard.
It's hard. Yeah, it's very tough for
They've got to find some way to kite him. But Nico Baby level 20 with the BKB and the Ags. This is kind of what makes the hero unkiteable.
Look at that. Nice little talent, of course.
Yeah. He's jumping all over the place.
And they're all playing around each other. Now they've even got their Ags finished up on Death Prophet, so all ultis are available. Viking, they weren't able to find anything big while they were down. Now it does feel like Alliance, they're going to steamroll and look for a fight. Maybe even just, smoke, try to catch a fight around the Roche pit and then just go Roche. Sure. They have a very strong lineup to do so.
I think just in general, they're feeling pretty relaxed right now, Alliance. It may just only be a 3k lead. I mean, if anything, you look at the score, Viking, they do have the greater amount of kills, but Viking themselves are surely going to just know, looking at this Sven, that Nico Baby does seriously lead the way this game.
Yeah.
He is the problem. If they can get rid of the Sven, they'll have a pretty good chance of just sort of overrunning the rest of the fight, but they've got to kill the Sven whilst keeping Shad alive and in action.
Definitely looks like it's going to be really tough for them. Alliance just, they're in full fighting form at any time here. So when they've got all these ultis. Especially when Viking does go outside the base at all. If S4 gets a good scout, S4.
I'm going to get the toss back onto S4. He's got the spider leg zone. He's out to the side. They've used the launch from the link. He's coming over the blink on the background. Gets the silence onto Aramis. Nico Baby popping the BKB and the God Strength turns over towards Celery as he chases down the edge. Shad's trying to hit back at him, but they cannot help the Enchantress. A double buyback coming out from Viking GG. But they have to help Shad. Shad puts the BKB, turns with the 3-man guns. The Boom, he's in with the Avalanche. The BKB clutch buybacks here from Viking allow them to secure themselves the win in this team fight. That's Limp and Nico Baby dead for a minute. Roshan is available. Viking could do it pretty quick with the Drow. We'll see what they want to go for. For now, they're pinging out the tier 1 mid.
For it. I think they should take tier 1 and then just go straight.
You want to get this Drow.
Godstrength was used. Exorcism was used. Yeah. You should definitely take advantage of that in a big way here.
You've got to get... I mean, Shad's starting to move towards other. You've got to get...
Okay. That's the first thing you're doing, Necrobook. I like that play too.
That's smart. Make sure they can't get on you from the high ground. But this is a great opportunity. No Limp, no Nico Baby. And I guess that is the way that they can play around the Sven. Buybacks coming into play, being able to just draw the fight out long enough that the BKB and the God Strength start to come to an end. And Viking GG, they're in a position where now they are the ones with the Aegis. Still, they've definitely got to try and get a lot done with this Aegis, as the game is... It's going, but it's not necessarily in an easy position for Viking GG. They've got to get something done with this.
Yeah, Shad's still very strong, and I'm very glad he didn't go for something very greedy. Like that BKB saved his life, right? If he didn't have BKB there, he was going to get stunned. He was going to get immediately killed because of that Yules from Limp there. So this is a great purchase for him and allowed them, with those buybacks, to turn that fight there down to 1K lead. Very nice execution there with those buybacks. Staying on the area.
Hello.
He spotted.
Hello. Yeah, Alliance definitely getting some respect here as they know with the Aegis. A little bit hard to fight a Paladin sword. That would be a nice one for Drow. Also the Orb of Destruction. I don't know why Nico Baby's not got that. I imagine he's getting it out. I feel that...
I think he wants any form of plus armor he can.
Yeah,
Drow.
that is true. I guess
so
the plus armor is a solid counter to Drow.
Dragon Scale is one of the better ones versus Drow that you can actually pick up.
Someone wants to have that orb. Orb of Destruction is so nice. Maybe just give it to Hanskin.
Yeah, try to run around and hit people.
Yeah, just go in, get the hit on someone, you die, but you got that little bit of slow and armor reduction. This is very nice.
Ulti's at the ready. Alliance. Can they get on top of this? Shad very confidently standing at the tower here. He's got the backup.
Yes, he's got a second life.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're going to kill me? I'm just going to come back to life. I'm ready to reincarnate.
Yeah, and I see him queuing up that Scotty. Nice game for it, right? Versus the Sven to kite the BKB, versus the Death Prophet to kite her as well as reduce that HP regeneration. So she's able to get that. She's going to be tanky, but they're doing a great job of just bodyguarding her.
Yeah, they were hoping for a little bit of a bait with the Drow.
Yeah.
Lions aren't falling for it, though. They are out of here. So this smoke from Viking GG, unlikely to catch them off guard. Will allow Viking GG to push on this bottom lane and try and take away this tier 1 down bottom. We see Nico Baby showing top. How's he doing towards that AC? Still a bit of gold to go. Of course, once he has the AC, that with the Dragon Scale and with the War Cry will certainly allow him to withstand a huge amount of the damage coming out from Shad.
Yeah, and help protect his Death Prophet. Limp is extremely fragile this game still because he went for the
got any
Limp
plus
Yules.
armor? Oh, he's got the plate mail now.
Okay, just get it. Okay, so he's got plate mail, but still, like pretty squishy still, in fact.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, those last few fights without it, he dies as soon as he falls to the ground out of the Yule Scepter.
Super close game.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower
Lions feeling a bit of a power spike here. They don't have the AC, but they're all
not quite
together.
1400 on towards it. I think there's definitely still going to be the temptation to... Oh, that'll help.
Ooh, money.
That will certainly help. Thank you for the free money. So, Nico Baby?
Will it time out? I did. Didn't get the gold. Be able to farm some ancients, though. Getting closer and closer. They're staying around this Sven. They're just like, all right, let him finish the AC.
Yeah.
So that we can fight around that one. While Viking, they're also finishing a couple items here. BKB going to be done on Boom. Great BKB game so he can prevent those annoying siphons from going on to him. That's allowing Limp to really dive forward super aggressively. I said that with that Lotus Orb too. Like, it was a Lotus Orb to protect versus Sven, but also does multiple different things. So.
You're right. It is definitely nice against the siphons. Just counteracting the... What is it exactly doing for Limp? There it is, the BKB. Whoa, okay. He's going for it.
He's just going for it.
He's just walking up.
One.
He's going for it.
With the boar, can you get the vision?
But nope. He's out. He's out of the way. But I mean, Shad, he wants to get something done with this Aegis, just running up to the high ground there.
They saw Nico Baby bottom, so he saw a window where he could actually play pretty aggressive. he was showing in the creep wave for a moment.
Well, I got 250 gold. Nico Baby will have the ace. See?
Trying to take advantage of their, still having this Aegis. Trying to force Alliance's hand here. They're feeling a bit strong themselves.
Well, here we have it. Fortification out, and Alliance are prepared to fight. Watching the expiration of the Aegis could set up for a good timing to jump. Won't be before the tier 2's down. Tier 2 falls. AC done on Nico Baby, so Alliance, as I say, as soon as that Aegis is gone, they will be very ready to pounce.
They have to be careful of their positioning here on Alliance. This high ground is claimed here by Viking. FNG is thinking about it. S4 is going to be the one to get the vision at top, and the book will expire.
Aegis is gone.
The Aegis does.
So I think Alliance can afford to kind of go for it a bit more. I mean, is there still that much to be scared of? I mean, this Sven, Nico Baby's still very, very big right now.
Still so afraid to go into these fights. Neither team really wanting to force the issue, but Viking, they're getting a lot of space to get out on the map here and take these tier 2s. A second one brought down. Like you said, this one, it really does feel like a lot of this is going to be initiation. As sure, your Sven is really, really farming, but that Death Prophet, she's not farming as well, so she's going to be pretty squishy if Drow's ever able to actually focus onto her. So Nico Baby gonna have to divert a lot of that attention to himself.
Yeah.
And they're just all about just sticking as a team. They know, Vikings lineup, like we said, it's very good at picking people off if they're split up at all. So they're making sure they don't split. And that's a full Scotty now for the Drow. So no buyback on her, but a very strong peak timing here.
Hudson, Hanscan. He's going to find a catch here with the setup onto Toby. Toby able to remove the slow with the Yaws going straight for the TP out, and he cancel around in time. Oh, they're him. They've got him. The TP put to an end. As Toby goes down 90 seconds, and he himself without buyback for that duration. So a big window for Alliance to push in and play on. Actually, we'll have in 20 seconds.
Yes.
So he will have the availability for the buyback.
They're cutting mid-wave, though. Look at this. Both the, I believe, an enchanted creep plus a board or something. They're slowing down the waves.
It's still going to come in, though.
Yeah.
So only able to do so much with that. But as you said, it's board time that even if the push does come in from Alliance, Toby is going to have buyback available.
Alliance were trying to capitalize on something here with these aggressive wards placed down, but unable to do so. Viking, they've got their own defensive ward to watch the movements. Another blink now, S4. He also wants them to be able to jump into the fights.
Yeah, just get on that Drow.
Just collapse,
in, drop the ult to Gale. Also having that Halberd, just able to mess with Shad for as much as you can.
Silence being stolen. That can be a pretty big one. Nice little 9-second silence on the enemy team. That could be pretty good. He's able to get a connection. Well, let's see, Alliance.
Gonna start things off, getting in onto S4, tops up into the base, Hanskin rolls in, so does Nico Baby. Nico Baby charges forward, the BKB comes out from the Sven. He's gonna roar the buyback, they've got the roar, have they got the damage? Shad just focusing down Nico Baby, the ice path from FNG holds to Drow back. Nico Baby's gonna get the room to step back. Again, Viking GG holding with the buybacks and still chasing. So they can catch anything more here. The multi-shot reach not quite touching upon FNG.
They're trying to re-go it.
I mean, Nico Baby, they're thinking about returning. They have got Limp Panda goes to them. Jump Nico Baby in with the stun. Catches the two of them. Boom, Celery at bounce. Celery will buy back. Boom. He's out. Also has buyback. We'll use it immediately. Limp staying on top of Toby, pushing by the Beastmaster. Toby's out. That's a dieback from the Beastmaster. Shad's in trouble. He bites the BKB. Tries to turn it off. The multi-shot will kill off the Sven. Hanskin goes in. Can Viking hold this? The stolen siphons. Aramis, he's stealing them both first. But FNG and Limp. Oh, down low by the Rubik. The siphon again. Killing off Limp. Aramis holds his ground. Alliance are pushed back. And again, another move where Viking, they know how to use these buybacks very, very nicely. They'll hold the fort.
Was that a triple buyback for Viking to hold that fight? Looked like it. Yeah, 3 buybacks as soon as they were coming back up, it feels like, for at least the Beastmaster as well as that Tiny. They got on top of Shad, but it took them a while to bring her down. She was still able to have that long duration BKB. They kited the Sven. pretty good hold there by Viking. It's expensive.
It is expensive.
But it's necessary.
But it is a hold. And throughout each of these fights, the BKB for the Sven is going to get lower and lower. Something that I think is a little more crucial for the Sven in this game, right, compared to the Drow. Because at least with the Drow, you're range, right? You have more options to be playing at a distance. Sven, you're in there on the front. So that each and every second that you lose with each use, you're certainly going to feel it when you're trying to jump around the battlefield.
Yeah, and we were mentioning how like Aramis can change the tides of these fights. He has so many good spells to steal. He's now level 21 on this Rubik. He jumped up from like level 17 in that fight all the way up there. Has a Solar Crest too to buff up his Drow. And this is a sneaky Roche.
This is another Roche. I mean,
sneaky.
This is.
I have not seen Svens go for that talent almost ever.
I don't even know what the talent is.
+1 stun talent instead of 50% God strength.
Oh.
I swear every Sven.
I mean, did he mean to go for that? I mean, the stats would say he didn't. In terms of what we've seen from Sven's being played at the top.
And now they just get Aegis and Cheese as well because of those buybacks, because of that one fight. That's huge for Viking.
I think it's going to hurt that he didn't. We'll see if this extra stun duration is going to do much, but you just missed out on, I think, arguably what a lot of the Sven players will tell you is one of the reasons why Sven is so darn good in the late game.
Yeah, it's that humongous damage you get. You don't even need to build damage items. The ulti plus that talent makes
and he hasn't, right? You don't have a Daedalus. This is the standard Sven build, and if anything, because he gets enabled by that 25 talent.
Yeah, interesting to see.
Interesting.
Chad. He turns. Still confident. FNG. He's dead.
See? Nico Baby trying to come out to Celery. He's actually going to live for now. Toby's able to turn with the roar. That's going to waste timing of the BKB for Nico Baby. They'll still be able to charge over towards Toby with the Siphon. They'll slow him down. They'll get the kill. FNG buys back. They know they've got a window with Toby out of the game. A minute, no buyback.
Trying to get more out of this here. Unable to get anything else there, but they were able to at least get something, but not what I feel like they wanted to get out of a God Strength and an Exorcism, right? You only get the one kill, and you have to kind of back up pretty afraid. This is crazy.
I think if he had that other talent as well, he would have killed Celery. He would have had enough damage with the hits, but that wasn't the case. I mean, if it was a misclick, maybe Nico Baby's saying, lads, I'm going to need to farm level 30. Can we just hold the game?
Don't click on me. Yeah, definitely could definitely be a problem.
No, it's
sticking on targets and getting those extra big hits is really everything, but maybe we'll get to ask him about that one.
Yeah, I was just
I've seen every other
It's
Sven
just
get
one of those, exactly. It's one of those things you want to ask just to see if it was.
Yep.
I mean, is there any reason why the stun duration would be more favorable when you're looking at these heroes? Anything that's sort of.
No one's building status resist, I guess.
Yeah.
But like even then, it's like that's not your Sven's job, right? Your Sven's job is not to increase his stun by but whatever. We'll not harp on that.
No, because I've taken that talent before, but
oh god, never mind. Let's harp on it.
When I'm doing my magic build, Sven, with the Octarine, very good.
Yeah. Cooldown reduction talent. You've seen this one. That is the normal talent.
Yeah.
You do see for your BKB, for your Manta, for all your activatables. You also have multiple different abilities. Ninja gear. Okay.
That's nice.
We'll leave that for the Drow.
Oh, actually for the Drow.
That's for Shad.
Right?
He can swap those in between, right? I think he can shift switch out if he wants.
I guess you keep the Paladin for resetting your
case.
HP.
Yeah.
You need to heal up after a bit of a brawler of a fight, ready for a high ground push. Let's go for the Butterfly next.
I feel like they've got a great control now of them with this Aegis and this Cheese. They get the Hawk out. They get some aggressive wards too. They push their lanes out. Alliance definitely feeling a bit scared here. Not wanting to get caught. These big tossbacks, it's a problem. Boom. He's able to find a lot of these targets, so they have to be very careful on those front lines. And they're all getting pretty big. Even Boom, look at this. He's almost got an E-Blade, almost 25 too.
E-Blade's going to be pretty solid. I mean, sure, you can look at, Sven's done, he's got a Dispel, but there's also a fair few seconds after the stun's hit that you can still save somebody.
Yep.
So if you can save that E-Blade and pop it out onto Shad after a stun connects, then boom. The save his Drow.
Boom indeed.
Boom indeed.
Getting good root control coverage here because they got this map control, so he's got the Arcane running with the haste. They're going to smoke. They want to use this Aegis. They've got about a minute and a half left on it. They're feeling strong. And they should feel strong. He is very powerful here on this Drow. He does have 5k gold in the bank.
He's got 5k gold in the bank. Yeah, that's a lot of money in the bank.
Look at this sneak, though. He might be able to find back heroes.
Shad just goes in.
I love this.
He's everything. He's the initiator, the damage, the carry. He's the man leading the charge.
He's giving all this information. They've got this ward down too, so they're watching all of Alliance up on this high ground. They're trying to get a wrap around here. Looks like at least. Celery maybe trying to get a secondary ward or something. They spot him, it looks like, for a second. Looks like S4 maybe got a glimpse of that Enchantress for a moment. Then he does get another ward down. Shad.
What we got here? BKB from Boom, he's a little spooked.
Exorcism use Shad in the front line.
I mean, Shad, he's in the front lines all the time. He just wants to go. Nico Baby's going to turn with the BKB and the Godstroke. Glimmer's out. Do they have detection? They do. Limbo now, pop the dust. They'll continue to try and commit onto the Drow. Shad trying to step away, turns around with the multi-shot. They'll take him down the once. As the Aegis can, they do it a second time. Shad, he's going to need help. He needs assistance. Has the BKB. He's going for the BKB TP out and he'll make it away. Nothing to stop it through the BKB. He's out of there. Does mean the rest of Viking are going to have to bail as they've lost their carry. Nico Baby jumps over the sun towards Boom, takes out the Tiny, trying to go down as well.
Great. Oh, Hanskin played that so well. When the Aegis was respawning, he does not put any attention on that. He jumps to the back line to make sure the Drow can't get assisted. Perfect play there by the Earth Spirit, zoning the whole team away. That was an ideal fight for Lion. It's the one that Viking picked themselves. They'll be able to get Celery here. It's going to take him maybe a moment. But he does not have the TP available. He is tanky, so they'll have to work for it a bit.
There you go.
You know, he'll slowly die. Or maybe he won't.
Maybe they just ignore him.
All right, whatever. You can live. We don't want to waste our time with you. Your TP, it's on cooldown. So you're literally stuck on this side of the map for a full minute. Have fun.
Viking unable to get to their Drow Ranger to help her out. I mean, it was those two.
It's some wild moves from Shad. You know, he just wanted a fight. He was just charging into the jungle. Sure, he had the Aegis. I mean, he was fine himself. He was like, it's fine, I'm going to be able to BKB TP out. Just the rest of his team was like, dude, come on.
We can't get to you.
We can't help. And now we're dead. As Boom, he's out of the game for a minute. Toby's going to be back up in 10 seconds, but Alliance, they're already poking at the base.
Shad did spend his gold now, though. He did have time to back up, build that full butterfly, so he's very strong right now. And there is no MKB on the side of the Sven for a long time either, so this Drow definitely going to pack a punch and not going to be taking that much damage. Let's see, though, Beastmaster's up. Look how much she really hurts when she starts to get targeted.
Shad's got to be careful. Toby leading forward. He's trying to find the raw target. Is he going to get it? The turnaround there. FMG puts the ice bomb. Handscanner's in. Toby's in trouble. He's falling low.
Let's see the punch.
He gets the wire onto the Sven. Boom's able to jump in with a combo. That's going to be Nico Baby down. Shad's able to sit back and kick out the damages. He takes down a second. Double kill for Shad. FMG and S4 having to run. They've found another. Very nicely done there from Toby in his last moments, getting that raw on the Sven meant that it was all about to fall apart for Alliance as Viking, again, another hold. They don't even lose the tier 3 tower. They're able to keep it alive. And despite the lead that Alliance have, Viking have done this multiple times now. Their defenses are just incredibly clutch.
They can't break the high ground. This Drow just gets to sit in the back. He has so many different tools to just throw people in or just get these great initiations. Limp, he walked up so aggressively. Nico Baby also was very far up.
They're going to have to come out with some buybacks.
Viking is incredibly good with their buybacks. Speaking of those,
honestly, the way they do it. The way they do it. Alliance, it's just... I guess it's just so tough. You've not only got to think about fighting the 5 heroes in front of you, you got to think about the 5 heroes that are going to be coming back with the second life.
I got to be honest, I'm looking at this Drow Ranger's armor, and I'm feeling like this Godstrength Sven is not going to really hit her very hard anymore in this game. 68 armor.
68 armor.
Like, what do you, like, even if the Sven connects onto, even if the, like, Exorcism and the Death Prophet's on you.
How much physical damage resistance there? That's got to be up in the high 70s, right?
Yeah, like 80, maybe even like 82% or something like that. That's insane how high his armor is.
I mean, no wonder he's been running in on the front. He feels like he's literally unkillable. Yes, 78%.
The Solar Crest far off. Let's see, what do I think it was a little bit higher.
The Solar Crest is probably 79. I don't think it would make that much of a difference exponentially at those high levels of armor, right? I think if you're pushing into 80s, like you have to have like. Either way, it's a lot of physical damage resistance.
And they've gotten just, I mean, these tossbacks and these high ground holds, these buybacks, Viking, they're setting themselves up for such success. Now 2 racks lead.
Yeah, they're just playing very, very nicely. This has been a great game from both sides. Alliance, they have the strength of the Sven, but Viking, they're dealing with it very, very well. And
Lip is just, he's just looking fragile in all the fights. Like, he walks in and I'm just like, oh my god, he's getting shredded.
I mean, what do you even buy? You just get like a second plate mail? I
don't think he knows. He's not buying himself. I think he's in a position where he doesn't really...
What does he buy?
Not certain. But he also wants the buyback, so...
I mean, maybe, do you just get yourself a Ghost Scepter? I mean...
what's going to stop you from dying to this drought? Do you just get the Eon disc? That's one of the more common things, right, on a DP that's dying quickly.
Not sure. It's seeming very difficult for them to take any of these fights and getting on this drought. Like even with this, we said initiation was going to be a big one in this game, and like Viking, every single time they're finding a little bit better ones, especially when it's on near their high ground. Alliance, they don't have this full initiate to spend. At this point, I feel like he's kind of scared to ag stun into this lineup. Oh, a DD bottom. Shad, I think he's gonna want that one. Toby,
watch out here.
Is that a gem?
He's gonna have the Yule set up.
He's trying to bail. He will be.
He's good. He's got the BKB and TP anyway.
Their base is getting threatened.
They have to get back
up. Another 6,000 gold for Shad.
How does he even spend his money? I mean, he's got the E-Blade queued up. He's running out of slots.
He can get rid of his boots because he has ninja gear. Just kidding, he's going to upgrade them to bots so he can be all over the place. Okay, so he can split push and then just force reactions back and join his team when they do see a good fight. I like this too. He's got a couple options.
I mean, he knows that when he does go in and try and play like that, he's always going to be able to BKB TP, right? You look at that armor. If this drought is popping BKB and a TP, even if there's the whole team of Alliance, are they actually killing him before the TP's done? No. He's always going to be able to BKB TP out of this lineup, and nobody's building anything to go through it because you just generally don't. You do not get an Abyssal on the Sven, and apart from in some unique cases. So yeah, he can play the split push style Shad.
And it's not like, when you look at it, what else does he need? He's doing the damage. He's surviving the fight, so all he really needs to do is be able to split the game up.
Yeah, just get something done with his farm, just enable his farm.
Yeah, and looking at the map, they have all the lanes going to be constantly pushing in, so he's going to be playing bottom a lot on this drought because he also has the cooldown reduction talent. So with bots, with cooldown reduction, with Mantha, with BKB, he has so much liberty to play around this type of build.
Basically a tinker with passive re-up. Yep. You're moving around the map that quick.
It's beautiful. Yeah, they know. Like look at this. Like the lanes are going to constantly be pushing in, so they're going to be able to take a fight on their own accord. Whenever Alliance does split up too much here, so Alliance has to be very careful of these next few movements, especially as Roche, I believe, has just spawned a few moments ago. So they're able to happen. 50 minutes.
Oh, S4. He's trying to find someone here. Hansken. He's got the Yule set up. Try and go for Toby. He'll turn with the Raw. Shad gonna stick around. Well, now starts to back away. Toby looks like he's gonna be in trouble here. The BKB is popped. Charge over towards Celery. Liquipedia jumps over for another. Toby's still alive. Still there. He should still fall. Will do so. They've lost the Beastmaster. S4 caught in the top. Liquipedia. His BKB's worn out. The molly shot's coming out. S4. He's getting low. He's disarming the Enchantress. They've got FNG's combo out to Shad. He's up to the high ground. He's able to slide him with balls. He is falling low, but he's out. He's living. He's not a survive. Only just hit him 1 HP, but there's no fatal damage upon him. It was only the Nova. So Shad will live.
Oh, they glyph? I mean, their towers are fine, but I guess they're glyphing. All the waves are pushing in more. Maybe they can catch here.
Oh, they might be able to do so. They found Limp.
No damage.
Yeah, couldn't quite get a hit on him during that telekinesis, so Limp will save himself. He's out and away. Roshan is up, though, so Viking, they're going to come in with this quick smoke. But we'll see what they can find. Sure, they haven't got the Beastmaster, but they know that Alliance, they don't have the ults. God's Strength, Poison Nova, Exorcism, it's not there. This is a window for Viking to either look for a fight or just look for the roast themselves.
Oh, the refresher. This could maybe this is a play where Alliance can catch them off guard if they do refresh that Exorcism.
They've got to be so quick, though. This roast is falling very, very fast.
FNG's got to just go here.
Oh, he's going to go straight to the grave.
Oh, 80 seconds, and that's one of their big team fight controls. Uh-oh. Are they going to commit for it anyway? It might feel like they have to.
I mean, he's popped the refresher. He's in with a blink. Can they take it away? Radiant get the kill on Roshan. Aegis is on the ground. He's going to be able to pick it up. It's going to be denied. Shad takes it away in time as he's outside of it all. Boom goes for the BKB TP out. He's made it out of there. Alliance are going to roll forward, see if they can try and chase any of these kills. Aramis turns with the telekinesis. Stolen stun thrown back into the face of Hansken. They get out. So Shad there, denying the Aegis because he was outside of the pit, wanted to make sure that Liquipedia wasn't able to pick it up because Liquipedia was literally straight on top of the Aegis. Viking GG got the kill. What happened with the other stuff?
So we got Aegis on, or Cheese on Drow. What happened to the rest?
Axum Refresher Shard, where did it go? We don't know. There it is.
Rubik's got one.
Rubik's got the axe.
Okay.
So that was it, right?
So they got the, they got what they came for.
They got what they came for.
Dude, what a sick deny on the Aegis, too. And then boom, heads up. There's no BKB piercing disables. He BKBs in the midst of them after Havoc hammering them to almost killing them. They reset, and that was the refresher shown.
It was a good try from Limber. Like, he had to go for that sort of play. It didn't pay off though.
Oh, if they don't commit there, then you're playing into a Drow with Aegis, and you gotta the game's gonna be so hard. You have to take that risk for sure. I mean, now no exorcism.
Yeah, now you're straight in.
Cheese is on boom. Yeah, as we said before. Yeah, 30 seconds. It's 4.
Oh.
Trying to switch
right here. Nico Baby.
Nico Baby.
He's popped the God Strength. He's killing the creeps, but can he actually get on anyone? I mean, he's trying. He's going to jump forward onto Celery. Enchantress is almost certainly dead, or maybe he's not. Forced to the side. Celery's still alive for now. The Nation's Intent is healing him up. Toby's going to go for the BKB TP out. Will come crashing through with one more stun. Nico Baby will be able to finish Celery. Can they chase anything else, though? Doesn't look like it. Again, Viking GG able to get back and get away. Only Celery to fall. Again, God Strength having to be used for that, so likelihood is the Viking GG are going to be more than ready to fight by the time that the God Strength's back up again.
Yep. Great disengages. They're even trying to like bail people out because they know like as soon as they do bail people out, if they have BKBs available, BKB TP, and they just have to watch them. See Nico Baby, he's starting to feel the struggle of just not having the damage, not ever being able to, I mean, he can't even hit the ground in most situations. He has to get an MKB. But this positioning here, Shad, he's got the hinge again.
He wants to fight. Esper gonna pop the ult, but Shad pops the BKB, turns over towards the Jakiro. FMG's out with the ult, finds time for himself. Coming in for the side, Nico Baby slides in. Gets the kill on Shad. Now turns over towards Shad. Shad needs help, and he needs it now. Buybacks are coming out. They're trying to get over to him, but they can't do so in time. Shad's gonna fall. As Shad goes down, Boom in trouble as well. They've just got to bail on him. Let Boom die. As Boom and Toby go down this time round, Viking GG couldn't make it back in time with the buybacks that came out. Alliance clean up. The buybacks for the cause are still available for Viking GG, and they're going to need it. As Limp heading to the high ground, refresher orb ready to go. They can definitely force these buybacks
immediately
out.
uses it. He's just committing forward here. Buyback is forced on 40 heroes. Still going to be poking here. Rubik did steal the exorcism.
Okay. And he has got that axe, which doesn't mean anything for that. But I thought I'd point it out.
He had it anyway. Trying to slow down the push however they can. Trying to buy time. They don't want to have Toby buy back until it's a great position for him to actually take the fight.
It's back. It's a deep toss. That's a very deep toss, but he's got the BKB. Turns it over. Boom needs help. Esports going to go with the ult. Gets on Celery Shad. Between heads. They're under the tower stuff, but Aramis turning the turn. Needs to toss up on Haskin. Haskin saves himself with the ghost sent to the E-Blade. Comes down. Comes out. Turns over towards Celery, but Nico Baby is trying to heal up with the Satanic, but he's got to run. He's got to be careful. Shad beating into it. The BKB pop. Shad shooting down the Sven. Nico Baby's out. Alliance, they've got to retreat. They've got to get away. They've lost their carry. They've lost their front man. Everyone else will escape, but again, Viking hold does cost them further buybacks because Booms and Toby's coming out.
It's 5.
Also Shad's, everybody's buybacks on cooldown. They've got to go for something big. They've got to at least get the buyback out of Sven.
They have to take advantage of the fact that the exorcisms are down. The fact that the spell prism plus this refresher in combination for Limp is it's just big problems for them. He's able to just always run down. He's always able to have one ultimate in the fights, it seems. So they do need to just try to force the issue. They can maybe go for these megas because of these ultimates are down right now. I think that's the big goal. Look at the boxes.
He's playing Snake.
Yeah. Oh, collects them. Maybe can get a jump here. He's got the smoke still for a second.
Oh, is he going to be able to do something?
He's going to get Bunskin. He's got the Ghost Scepter. He'll be okay.
Keep him fine. I mean, what do you try and poke for? It's 40 seconds, no Sven.
Your bottom lane is forced really far at the moment here. They're pinging it. They're like, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a problem here. Well, that Sven is going to start respawning. Exorcism's going to start coming back online. And it's a scary point for Viking. No buybacks available.
None at all.
Available for Alliance.
This is where you feel as, if you're Viking, you just hope that Alliance get seduced by the idea of the 60-minute items. Yeah. You're like, Alliance, just slow it down a bit. We can have some fun. Get to 60 minutes. You're going to get to play with the awesome items.
We've had some long games today.
Yeah, I mean, it's I guess it's expected. As the league goes on, we're getting to the point where teams at the top and all over the board, it's just leveling out. Teams are really getting into the flow of Dota 2. once again as this league's kicked off and we're a good few weeks into it.
I love these type of games though. It's like one team has this huge gold, like not huge, but a pretty big gold lead, but they're the ones that are kind of on the like a weird back foot. It seems like because their base has been pressured, but they can still win the fights. It's just it's.
Well, they do have to still be very careful how they press the base because what's the state is they haven't actually taken any racks away, right? No, they've only got a tier 3 tower off the map from Viking GG.
And Nico Baby's not getting that much stronger, right? Like his damage isn't really there. It's mostly provided by.
But when he gets to level 30, it's going to be a pretty significant boost because he will finally have that level 25 talent. It's like the level 30, he's going to pop off.
That is very true.
And he might just get that. They're going to try for a smoke.
They've got everything. They've got the refresher, I believe, up with the exorcism too.
Yeah. And as you say, if they win a fight, if they get one of these cores in the next 4 minutes, they will win the game. And the game will be over.
And Limp can even run in and kind of feed, buy back, boss in, pop the second exorcism and go for it. I think they have a couple.
You want to go in as Limp, and you want to be the one that's getting tossed back towards the fountain. You don't want that to be Nico Baby because Nico Baby's not got an easy way of getting back over it. And you say Limp has. Limp should try and feed right now.
Yeah, they have those buybacks available for themselves if they do want to be very aggressive here. Viking, you can see how careful they're playing this time around. They're trying to catch someone out of position.
They might just have to let all their racks go. This is one wrong move here from Viking, and it's game over.
Getting the ward set up for the vision outside, seeing that back line. They're trying to slow this down here. They just can't find the option to get a toss back here. Alliance, they'll be satisfied with getting that, and their base is getting pressured by these creeps, so they are going to address that. Viking can't actually get outside to go for any kills as soon as Nico Baby does port back, which would be the ideal for them.
Oh, we got it. We nearly got the Octarine on Boom.
He's got it. Okay.
He's got it. He has got it. So a lot of tosses.
Yeah, frequency of tosses for sure. Good control whenever those BKBs do start to go down. Also ways to save your teammates too in some bunch of different ways.
I've got the bots as well on Nico Baby. Very important for the same reasons as it is on Limp. If they're trying to make these all-out pushes whilst the buybacks are unavailable for Viking GG, make sure that they can use their own buybacks themselves to be aggressive. 25 seconds though, the items are going to be up. Definitely probably going to be the temptation from Alliance to just keep Viking GG pushed into the base and get these items.
See, the question is, do you smoke and camp near one of the camps outside of Viking? Because Viking's going to be tempted to go for those 60 minutes.
But I don't think they would fall for that. I don't think Viking would fall for that. I think they would know. They can't leave the base to farm these 60-minute runes.
Look at Shad. You're saying that.
Yeah, sure. And this, but as you said, when you're setting up around like those camps close to the mid lane where they come back.
They get the Book of the Dead. Oh, not the best one. Deso though, Stygian for Alliance as well as I believe it was the Woodland Striders. So Sven, speedier.
Yeah. I mean, get rid of those bots, right? What's he doing with the bots? You don't need those in the slot no more if you got the Striders.
He wants to be able to buy back and jump back in the fight.
I mean, sure, but spend some money. Yeah, spend some money, buy a crit or something. Have that efficiency. Yeah, we'll put double boots.
The Ballista for Shad.
GG.
Oh, he's online.
And GG is called by Gabe, but Ballista Drowner.
Book of the Dead for the Beastmaster too. Look at Shad was farming in the cheeky triangle of the enemy side.
Oh, he's got the Ballista.
All right,
look at that. When he pops
can they push?
When you use multi-shot, it
it
hits people in game 2.
Look at the distance all the way in the back. I think it actually clips the Jakiro back there for a moment.
Oh, here we go. I mean, you screw the Daedalus just by Rapier. Just sit in the fountain, multi-shotting waves with the Rapier.
Alliance is trying to force it. Glyph is out.
There we go, another multi-shot. Oh, S4's in. Oh, he's gone in.
He's going to get pushed away. The Ballista.
He's dead. S4's going to die. Okay, but he's made the space for the Rex to go down. He's made the space for the Rex to go down. The melee gone.
They got
who's with the gem? S4 holding the gem?
I believe it was.
Oh no.
They'll get another one soon. They're still rich. A pirate hat for Nico Baby, so even more money for the side of Alliance and some nice juicy attack speed if he does choose to swap that one in some situations. I like his health regen as well because of the Striders. 100 HP regen jumped up because of it, and he's gonna take the attack speed instead.
Okay. And
what else are we missing? We're missing what? One item?
They got it all
on the
right.
side of Radiant, but they got all of them on the side of Alliance.
Book of the Dead, Ballista, and the nothing. Yes, missing an item.
Yeah, missing one or two here.
Oh, here we go.
Force Boots. Oh, that's, a very nice one here. And an Ex Machina for the side.
Who's that? Ex Machina's a bit air, right? Who wants an Ex Machina?
Refreshes the items, so
who wants double item usage?
It's also just 20 armor, plus armor as well versus a Drow.
Oh, that's true actually. Plus 20 armor,
which it can be pretty cool.
Dude, actually maybe get
death prop.
Maybe the Sven.
I mean, somebody will take.
Yeah, someone will take.
It can definitely be very strong here. But
hang on. This is a free Roche.
Free Roche here.
They just forgot about Roche Alliance. Vikings just going to be able to come outside of their base and get Roche.
Okay.
All right.
They're afraid because S4 is dead still. Seems to be.
Who's giving the stuff to him? Who's getting the axe? Axe on. Who's taking it?
Do you take refresher to Toby now? Yeah, you do.
Yep.
And who's gonna take the axe?
Axe for Shad.
Shad's like, alrighty.
And who grabbed the agent?
Oh, I wonder Ballista with the Aghanims too. This is going to be this Drow is going to be kind of cleaving in a very strong manner.
Does the attack range affect the arrows that bounce off the initial hit?
I don't believe so.
No.
But I mean, you're going to have that extra range to lead from a distance, and they're kind of stacking up.
Get the initial arrow still from a mile off. Still, I'm waiting for Nico. Yeah, spend your money.
So Spen's got it. Look at his armor. So when he pops Warcry,
it makes sense. I was going to think this because and double BKB, double
Satanic.
Satanic.
Yeah,
it is nice. That's very nice. Very nice.
Everyone hitting critical mass.
Yeah.
Moon shards, Aghanim consumes,
etc. So much money. Nico, baby, go on a spending spree.
He's like, should I or should I get? I have an SNY.
I mean, he's got a.
Should I get rid of SNY? I should get rid of it. Ah, look at. Yeah. I was in his brain. I was in his head. I knew it.
Okay.
Great item versus that range carry. Yeah. If he does get on top of him, he gets a couple hits. Can be pretty cool.
Well, the buyback's looking like pretty good. Pretty good.
I think everybody's got to have him.
Everybody's got it, apart from Boom. He'll have it in 27 seconds.
This is where the game gets real spicy. It still seems like these high ground holds from Viking are so damn strong, especially because there's Ballista too, but I mean, these fights are just going to be absolute chaos. Camping the
They're betting the haste rune.
Yep.
FNG! He wanted some action. He's going to get a boot into the jump. Nico Baby's going to go straight for Celery, but he's been brought. S4 with the back line. Poison Nova's out. Shad's over to the side. Trying to hit it onto Lim. Nico Baby's going to commit onto Celery. Jumps now over towards Toby, but Toby got the BKB off in time. Celery pumps the G. Look at Toby with the full HP on the side. S4's in trouble. The illusions are beating him down. Lips in with the silence onto Toby. Toby's BKB is up again. He'll jump to the side here with the refresher shot BKB. Toby will continue to live. Nico Baby now
getting caught in.
X smashing a pot. He's got that second round of BKB, but he's having to use it to run. He's trying to retreat. Lit on the front, knows with himself up. Nico Baby, he's going to go back in. He's stunned himself. Boom's able to come in with the E-Blade and the combo.
He's gone.
Nico Baby's out of the action for 100 seconds. Lim's trying to fight on. The toss off again from Boom, separating him from the two of them.
Shad trying to kite them.
He's getting out of the side. He's getting a little low on bow. He's going to try the TP out. And he's
he gets
away.
out.
Nothing to catch him in time. As again, this time, Viking able to take an excellent fight and push it to the point where S4 and Nico Baby bought back, but they weren't actually able to get anything with those buybacks because again, Viking just top class disengages.
Dude, this Ballista might just be like
they can't
get on him.
The GG.
They can't get on him. S4 just got poked back over and over and over again. Couldn't get on top of him. Oh, we see Hanskin. He's doing the thing.
What's this?
You see what they were talking about? Arrow was talking about this in his interview.
Okay.
He's rubbing his nose. He rubs his nose when he gets stressed out.
Oh.
He's definitely stressed out a little bit here in this game, as it is seeming to be a very stressful one indeed.
Is that some sort of human psychology then? Is that what?
I don't know. But Ara said that's one of the things that annoys him.
I don't think I rub my nose that much.
It's just something that he does, you know. He makes it Smoke, Viking with those two buybacks down the lines, feeling strong, and double exorcism was expended in the last fight too. They don't have to wait for these type of CDs, so look for the fight. These BKBs, these Lotuses, they're doing such a good job of kiting Nico Baby. He can't stick on targets, and his damage, it's feeling underwhelming. I mean, even when he gets on them,
he
not hitting
needs
that
level 30, dude.
Needs
I told you, he needs the level 30 for that God Strength talent that he skipped out.
And it's the location of the fight too, where how Viking was kind of baiting that rune. They get that high ground advantage, so it really worked in their favor in that last situation.
Yeah. And honestly, I think at this stage, without that X smashing, I don't think this Sven would have stood a chance at all. He needs the double duration of the BKB and the Satanic. Otherwise, you know, that he would be in just a very bad place in these fights.
Do you see how tanky these heroes are when that Ancient Granite Golem is next to them? Because this Enchantress does have the Ancient talent, so they all get jumped up by that extra 20%.
How's Shadwin? He's working his way towards 30 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of money too. Has he still got room for Moonshot? No, he's already done it.
How long was our earlier series? Is that the longest one we've had yet? I think this might have passed it now, right? It's getting close.
I think it must have. I think about 67 minutes.
All right, Octa down for Death Prophet.
It's still hard to call. I mean, it's
There's the Sven, no buyback. No buyback. Alliance very scared to move out of the base.
And with the way that Viking GG's been able to deal with the game when it wasn't in a favorable position with them, you just look at this side and just, if anything, just believe they're going to have what it takes to secure this win. They've just dealt with all the points of this game where Alliance had an advantage excellently.
Yeah, I wonder if they're really going to press the issue forward here because of those cooldowns on the buyback. It seems like they're trying to kind of threaten it a bit here. But I think that 70 minutes is going to be pretty important to see who gets the tome and see who gets that level 30 jumped up, because I feel like he's going to take it on Nico, baby.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
He has to get that level 30.
Well, on this side over here, we're seeing more items being picked up. Toby close to a refresher, double BKB holds, and with this rune control and with this lane dominance, this is going to be what happens. You know, Drow with the DD, this hero's all base damage, so going to be jumping up to that 700 plus damage thing as well. And he's even queuing up a refresher himself. He doesn't know what else to get.
Exactly.
He's got the space.
Yeah, at this point, it's like, what else does he want? What else does he want? Maybe you could argue someone's going to sit down instead of the box, but the movement speed, his mobility has been what's allowed him to get into these positions where he's just superiorly kiting everybody.
And it's really all about like his BKBs and his mantas and his resetting of positions here, right? So if he has that for sure, it's going to be very crucial for him. This is going to buy time for Alliance to slowly get those buybacks back, but don't feel like Vikings too upset with all this as they're farming it 90% of the map here with these Book of the Dead as well as Necro books all over the place.
Uh, 69 minutes in.
Alliance trapped, Viking farming, everyone getting more and more items. What are they finishing up here? I see a courier sitting on the shop. I think that's the refresher probably for Toby pretty soon. And everything being forced in. It's just tough. Alliance, like they can't actually jump outside the base just as no one's showing. They don't know anything. And with those buybacks on CD, it's no risk. Okay, Toby switched it up. All right. Gonna be going for AC instead of the refresher, it seems. Sells his book.
Honestly, at this rate, he's probably like, dude, I'm gonna get another refresher shot from the Roshan in a minute. So what's the point in buying one? They're gonna get Roche the next time round. It's gonna be what the fifth Roche this game.
Yeah,
these Dagons coming out for Boom. Ready to come in with the big Boom himself.
All right, 10,000 gold. Sure. Farming the small camp.
I mean, dude.
All right, 5 seconds. 5 seconds, the tome. Let's watch it. Who's going to get it?
Well, is it like Alliance they're going to get?
I think Shag will get it from this side, and I think Sven will take the other side, right? Yeah, Drow takes it.
Nico Baby's asking someone else to buy it for him.
Yeah, he's like, I only have 7,000.
Somebody buy me the tome right
and
now.
There we go. So I don't think that's going to take him to 30, though.
No,
I'll take the Drow, but he's going to be short on the Sven.
He's going to be about 20% short of the level.
Yep. So here we go.
If you did maths. Okay, 40%. Alive.
He might actually be a little bit short, too.
Yeah, no, he's already used it.
No.
Oh, no, he hasn't.
He's just tiny bit short.
Yeah, he's about...
He just needs one creep bottom. He'll TP to it.
It actually is 3 creeps.
Oh, it's 3, okay.
Let's have
1, 2, 3. You were right.
Was that actually right?
I don't know. You put like 20
creeps. Of course I was right.
So more marksmanship chance. All the whole different talents in them.
Nico Baby's tome didn't really do that much. I think he needs a refund. His tome...
I mean, it is like 8,000 experience or something, right? To hit level 30 or more. I can't remember how much it is anymore.
Well, there we have. I mean, with the money he's got, as you said, why not? Refresher Orb has been purchased by Shad.
So buybacks almost available here for Alliance. This is, I mean, they're smoking. If they have the timers, they can probably just threaten this Roche here.
I don't know if they can. It's going to go so quick.
Yeah, it's too scary for Alliance.
Yeah, they can't get out to this Roche. This is going to be a free one for Viking again.
And they're going to kill it so fast here. Yep. We watch.
Pew, 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 pew,
oh my god, look at that attack. Lovely.
Easy Roche.
They are digging bounties around this whole time, though, so we are seeing Alliance net worth really increasing because of the pirate hat. But, okay, who's taking what this time? Boom.
Axe for Boom.
I'll take the Ags. Celery will take the cheese, and they're like, oh god, who's taking Aegis?
Just didn't
Boom, you take it too. Alright, sure. You don't need an Echo Saber. Alright.
I mean, it's going to be a hard hold for Alliance. They need that level 30 on. Is he level 30? Yeah.
Wait, what level's Tiny? Oh, I couldn't even see his level.
He's not going to have that 30 by the time the push comes in, I don't think.
He's trying to fight. He just can't walk out. Tiny also level 29 we see there. Getting closer to 30 as well. Viking just getting more and more out of the map, even though the Alliance is digging bounty runes for themselves. They're still getting gold. But you're really feeling, I mean, this is 51,000. Oh my, we hadn't brought up the net worth for some time there, but look at these numbers, everybody.
Oh, damn. This is some good drought right here. 52k, 72 minutes in.
I wonder how much Exorcism's going to start doing in all this, because how strong and tanky everybody really is starting to get. Like, this drought, if he gets solo crested, is going to be up to like 69 or 70 armor or something like that.
Yeah. Illusions 2, keep these lanes nice and pushed in.
You can constantly spam the mantle also. They have the book, the Book of the Dead, they have the Ancients. So many ways to keep those waves pushed in. Alliance smoked up as 3. Maybe trying to catch Viking while they are split up, farming the entire map.
I mean, this is risky.
They might find Celery.
I mean... Oh!
Just kidding.
Yeah, they were scared. They were scared.
They know what happened last time they were in the low ground river versus this drought. Not wanting to risk it. But now, S4, he's too far up.
He's good. No, he's not good. He's always got a E on this. He is good.
He's good.
He's out. He's fine. They're just going to try and go in onto Boom. They've got this stone coming in from Nico, baby. They roll forward on a handscan. Boom's going to go down the once. Can they do it again? Is Boom going to get back up? Can Viking help? Limp's trying to charge straight in. Yours is up the back lines to stop any help getting in. Toby, he's looking for the roar. He's going to find it. Rolls out to Nico, baby. Pops the refresher shot. The second roar. Again, holding back the Sven. Chad's trying to do the damage from the sidelines. They've got the control onto hands. Going to be the buyback from Boom. He's going to buy back Nico, baby. Oh, he's got to be careful. BKB out. The first time, he's still got the second round of it with the Ex Machina. He's running. So Alliance, they have to back off. So a successful move for Alliance. They get the Aegis, they get the buyback out of the Tiny. They don't lose any lives themselves.
Did they use both of the... I didn't see if the refresher was popped on Death Prophet. Did they actually have to use both?
I don't think so.
I didn't see if they... I didn't think they did
I think he's still got the second one.
Okay. So he's holding on then for a second for it. Shad actually had a really hard time getting in to do any damage in that fight. I feel like he's starting to feel like he's lacking a bit of damage too. He's actually going for this Daedalus now finally. Because he was hitting the Sven and he was getting
two times. Just treat yourself to a rapier.
I mean, they kind of could with the amount of gold that they're spending. You know?
Like, he's playing that well.
Yeah, like he did the 5k in the back. You know, he was doing, I think, with just multi-shot. He actually wasn't able to really just get any auto attacks off, even though the Beastmaster got double roar on the Sven. I believe he got Yuled up from the Earth Spirit in the midst of everything.
He's got the Daedalus. Yep. The crit obviously does work nicely with the procs. With the passive, piercing that armor, getting the crits in as well.
God, Nico, baby, he's just trying so hard to get this level 30.
It's a hard game. Even when he does hit it at this point, it's like, can the Sven carry against this?
Can they get
all these items, all these ways of kiting?
Yeah, it's can they get on the Drought? Can they get on Shad?
I don't know. It's tough for Alliance. They've certainly got a challenge, despite the numbers looking as close as they are. Just a 5k difference at 75 minutes in.
This Ex Machina really is making such a big difference for Nico, though. This plus 20 armor and his reset for his Satanic and BKB, it's pretty huge for him to actually be able to tank up.
Oh, there we go.
We'll find some juicy books.
Some free
cash money. Easy.
He's getting that level 30.
Toby, now he's got his own refresher, as he had to expend the one from the rush before. And Alliance, they're actually ready.
Nico baby's also going to pick up his own refresher.
That's 4.
He's up on the high ground, goes the route. Limp's going to have his E under this.
Both are proc
very early. So now with Viking in full position to hold, Alliance have got to be very careful.
Chad, he can just lifesteal through any of this, poison over that came out.
Was hitting these 1100 crits.
Yeah.
Remember, those are going to come in through the armor as well. So a few of those, and you're just dead. You are just dead. Nico baby's so close to 30. He's so close.
He's going to get it.
Top wave will get it. And we'll see if his plan works. The whole idea for this game, all that happened was he hit 25, he took the wrong talent, he said, boys, I got to get 30 before we win this. He's got the 30 now. He's got the 30. Let's see if that's what they were waiting for.
So many
this may have been the strat all along.
Okay, so the Deso... I was actually wondering where the Deso, Stygian Desolator had gone. It's actually onto the Earth Spirit, so now it's not going to be too much of impact here. Aramis dealing with bottom lane. Crazy game. Alliance just trying to threaten this high ground over and over again versus this Drow, but the Ballista continuing to succeed. But they're getting time here for their ultis to come back online, and they're keeping Viking trapped in the base, so it's kind of, switched a little bit here in these last few moments.
Coming a little close to the base here. FNG and Boom is going to be in with the toss. FNG's chucked up to the high ground. It's the end. This will come to an end. He's taken out by a quick threat. They've run over the reward to Limp. Starting to hit into him with the stolen ice path, locking him down. Celery trying to hold him. He's still able to step out of it. Limp keeping himself safe with the ghost form.
Oh, he's got the Woodland Striders with the Aghanims on Tiny. He doesn't need trees. You can just pop it and then use your tree toss and it throws the tree from under you.
That's amazing.
That's actually pretty dope.
That is very, very nice.
They're just going to pop the refresher on the Beastmaster. They didn't to pop any of the Aeon discs, I don't believe, on the side of Alliance, but they're actually smoking and looking for something here as Exorcism's going down, same for God's Strength, but they have the refreshers.
They do. They do. And Nico, baby, he's going to need to use it if they want to try and deal with this. They're going to get the grab again. The stolen ice path out onto S4. S4 is taking so much damage here. He is in a lot of trouble. Gets down to the low ground, but Hansken, he's stuck on the high ground. S4, he was able to get out in time.
That level 25, that geomagnetic grip, able to pull S4 away, but Aramis hot on the chase. He has ice path again.
Aramis with these catches. Telekinesis into the ice path. The multi-shot's out. S4's trying to run. The trees are coming his way.
Aeon 2 seconds.
Gap. Ooh, it's a third kill here for Viking. Buybacks are ready at Alliance. Viking is going to come straight down the mid in an attempt to force these out.
Looks like they're pinging outposts, but someone else on the team is saying no. Let's try to force something here. They have a huge creep wave pushing in down bottom, though.
Oh man, 12k gold still on Shad. Just he's chilling. He's got so much money right now in this Drow. There's the first of almost certainly multiple buybacks if Viking do continue to push.
They're backing up. Aramis at least will be the one to push out bottom for the moment. They got the Hawk right outside the base too to watch if Alliance does move. And they're going to back up. Are they going to claim outpost in time? It looks like they will. Slight little bit of experience denied from Alliance when they are able to claim that one. But yeah, they got S4 to buy back here.
They did. That's sort of a little bit of a weakness now opened up.
Yeah. Well, on the other side, Boom, he still does not have his buyback for 2 minutes.
Back in a couple of minutes. Right, Roche up in 20.
Okay, so they're trying to find any ways to counter these nullifiers, counter these type of saves, or counter these Aeon discs. They've got the nullifier and the Rubik now, so not the likely hero that you'd expect to have a nullifier in this game, but they need it in order to actually focus down and kill these targets to get rid of those Aeon discs.
Yeah.
And bam, another level 25 comes out here, or 30 comes out for the Tiny.
Well, we got that pretty nice, right? You're getting the avalanche cooldown, of course, with the Octarine build. But now with that -7 as well.
Yep.
That's avalanches, tosses for days.
80 minutes. Definitely the longest game that we've had now.
The longest game of the patch, I would imagine. I don't think we've had many of these into this sort of territory.
No.
I mean, where you get to 90 minutes and you unlock the secret tier of items that isn't even listed in the shop. Nobody knows about them, but they're there. They were found in the files. People found the numbers of some of the new items. There were some numbers missing. It's because they're there at the 6th tier.
I haven't gone to see those yet.
Yes, nobody has. We'll see if we get there today.
Limp has now bought a Hex, so further away of lockdown, which I did feel like they were kind of lacking, but it's also just been Viking really good about resetting fights. It's anybody's game really at the moment, it feels.
I mean, but it's still, at this stage, I feel it's tough. I feel it's like a 65-35 for Viking.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's tougher for Alliance because they have to rely on those.
It's so hard for Alliance in these fights.
Yeah. And how do they ever break the high ground? Like, they have to kill Shad, but he's been so careful in this game. 13-2 and 12. Like, this is. I mean, it agrees with us. Thank you, Gabe. But it says, Alliance is
48.
But it agrees at least that it's an even stature.
I mean, not many games you'll see at 80-minute mark where it's 48-52. That is certainly something.
It's looking and it's just like, both sides have 2 sets of axes. Therefore...
I still didn't go for Roche yet, right? Roche is...
No, it's a scary spot. Everyone has everything available. Viking don't want to force that.
Do we even need to? Does anyone
even want?
an Aghanim, you know, oh.
The nullifier.
Oh, he's alone.
The nullifier.
They don't have damage between the two.
No, they don't.
They've got to start backing off. Hansken, he's going to be in with the chase. He's found the yours catch onto Boom. Boom pots the BKB. He's out with the TP. Nothing to stop it. Viking GG will be able to get themselves away.
That's an exorcism.
It is going to be one of the exorcisms forced out.
Yeah. We're going to start seeing those plays, though. They're going to... I mean, I'd imagine they start trying to set up for any of those type of global plays here if Alliance does ever split up, because they have Hawk. Right, they have Hawk, they have the boots of travel in order to go for that, and they have the nullifier now finally to be able to kill heroes through those Aeon discs. But so still, I mean, it'd be very difficult.
The thing is,
it's too risky.
If you're, I mean, and do you need to take that risk?
Exactly.
If you're Viking, you're like, maybe we could try and go for that sort of risky rat play to have the opportunity of ending the game as soon as possible, or we could just keep playing the game as we have done and hold in a position that makes it pretty much impossible for Alliance to win. Top lane, they found someone that found him.
They get him. The nullifier. No Aeon disc for you.
And with that, they might take Roche. Wait, what am I talking about? Roche is down, right? No.
No, it's up. They pulled it out of
they pulled it out. Okay,
Yeah.
Alliance messing with it.
But that's big.
Yeah.
Definitely a big catch there. Looks like it was a roar in combination with the nullifier that they're able to grab him.
And anytime it is 5 versus 4.
Oh, the Aeon disc actually was procced, but it didn't matter. They just slaughtered him through it.
They can force that buyback out. Like, it's hard to feel that they're going to feel scared about going for anything whilst there's only 4 in Alliance. They're still very powerful.
Camping around their wards, it's all, like we said, it's a lot about those initiations and jumps in order for who gets the targets here. Hunt's getting spotted. There's that's a scary place to play.
Oh, they've got him. Roars out. Hansken's dead.
Nullified.
And they'll definitely go for at least Roche now. 2 heroes out.
Yep.
Alliance won't want to buy back to fight around the Roche pit, I don't think. I think they might have to let this go. It's another one. They're going to have to buy back though, because Nico Baby's been found on the high ground. Pots the BKB. Turns everyone's driven to get Viking. They just go immediately for the disengage. Boom. He's going to be left behind, and the BKB comes from there. They're able to use up in time to cancel the TP. Boom will be left behind. The Tiny will go down. To the buyback.
He's going to buy out.
Finding something.
But Alliance, they might be able to get this Roche. They're going to try fast still.
I don't know if they do it fast enough though. Vikings
The multi-shot.
back man. Shad shooting in from the side.
The Tiny's running back into.
I don't know if they do it quick enough, Alliance. Do they have the damage to take this Roche? They're trying.
They're committing.
Another
multi-shot.
Multi-shots. It's pushing them out. Lim, he's only got the duration of his exorcism in the fight. Strong is going to pop the BKB. Nico Baby charging in with the stun. Straight away over the Rubik. Force to the side. He'll turn over with Celery. Force keeps Aramis alive, but Celery will fall. Buyback for the Enchantress. Venture from Limp and Effigy. Turn over towards Toby, but the BKB's out. He's on the run, trying to draw Limp and Effigy away from the fight. It's giving the Boom and Shad to kill off Nico Baby as Limp. He's getting distracted. He's chasing this beast. He's not helping the Sven. Buyback comes out for Nico Baby. Shad still with the BKB out. Turns over towards Hansken rolls down to the low ground. Toby, he lives. He's back to base with the TP. As the buybacks from Alliance come into play, but they cannot get back in on the fight.
Limp got distracted.
He went for the Beastmaster and left his Sven alone.
Shad just able to hold his ground with his team on this high ground, as they have been playing super well this entire game on those high grounds. Limp has to be very careful, because I think that one was the second. That was the refresher, right? Yeah, he popped the refresher in the Ghost Limp, so they're not going to have it.
With the Spell Prison.
Yeah, thankfully they do have that for them going. And bottom is pushing it extremely hard too, so they get a little bit of moment here to catch their breath.
Buyback status, we can see it there now. A window where Alliance have nothing. Still Toby and Shad having theirs available on Viking GG.
It's so tough to chase into those high grounds. It really is feeling so impossible to get on top of this drought properly.
Got Abyssal Blade on Hansken and Nico Baby, so double or triple waves if you're taking to account that refresher orb on Nico Baby, and of course the
Ex Machina.
The Ex Machina.
You can like abyssal to abyssal again afterwards with the stun in combination. He has a lot of different ways to get in and around the fights. Gonna smoke. They're breaching the high ground, right? Like, look at how Vikings playing. They know it's like the high ground is where they reign supreme, and they're just sticking around it there. Shad, 15,000 gold. I really feel like he might just be buying this rapier pretty soon, or should be buying this rapier soon. But the Daedalus also does have its merits with that ignore armor crits.
Good hacks for FNG. Oh, it feels pretty bad, right? Having to buy it for yourself at this stage.
He's like,
guys, can we not just get the Roche? Can we not just get the freebie?
They're smoking and standing on top of S4 as he's gotten jumped a lot of times here. They're trying to bait him.
The S4 bait. Is it going to work? Oh, Toby's out. Quick blink. Well, they're popping the ghost.
He pops it.
He's going to try and chase. He's got the Hex on the center. He's in with the Siphon. Jump forward with the Abyssal. Hat's going to control of Toby. There's the follow-up Abyssal from Nico, baby. They're locking down the Beastmaster. The Bashes are there as well. Toby's gone. Buyback for the Beastmaster. As they look to hold the high ground, Shad trying to turn over towards Hanskin, but the Ghost sets from the rollout. Hanskin's out of range.
Great chase forward there. They even get an aggressive ward down now. Finally, it's probably going to get dewarded instantly by the Book of the Deads, as it does. 450 gold for that Observer ward.
Oh, dang.
All right.
All right.
210 gold bounties as well.
Yeah, buy your sentries, boys and girls.
Yeah.
You're going to be rich.
Great exorcism using to chase him out to force a buyback, but now they have to back away for a moment as they don't have a God Strength ready.
Not a 70. Well, yeah, you're right. Refresher also on
No
cooldown.
God
This is compared to the way things are going at this point, at 8-7 minutes, that is a long window, considering all the refreshers and Ex Machinas in the game.
Kind of impossible to keep track of, though, at this point. It really does feel, right? Like,
these are professional players. What do you want about? They've got every single number ticking away in their head.
Of course. No, in these type of games, it gets really chaotic. Remembering every single one of those is tough. It's really just about positioning and keeping your lanes out in a good spot, and really those initiations. And Viking just has to keep claiming high grounds and staying on high grounds, because it does seem like Alliance, when they collapse on them, the fights aren't easy for Shad. He has to do a lot of work to disengage over and over again. High grounds will do everything still. Constantly getting the Ancient as well from being on the high ground. Celery always going to be able to get themselves some bonus armor, bonus HP. Seeing the line being drawn though, Celery, he's saying like bottom's a problem. You know, that's the set of racks that we don't have. So it's really forcing somebody to react constantly to it. So it does feel like they do have to force that lane out heavily. Only the Veno and the Drow still with those buybacks. A stalemate on the high grounds.
I mean, if you're Alliance and you want to be safe, you're kind of just not doing anything until your buybacks are back up. Why? Why would you?
Both sides are feeling pretty similar.
It would straight up just be throwing if you try and do something whilst you don't have buybacks. You don't need to. It's not like you need to get out and farm any items. Just take it chill. They've already been here for 89 minutes. What's another 3 minutes at this point?
That's a lot of gold. 17,000.
Dude, I hope his Tiny and his Beastmaster have moon shards. Otherwise, they should be reporting.
I think they
okay, they do. Boom.
I don't think you care about giving the moon shards to your Beastmasters. You're worrying more about your own game. That just distracts you. You don't even need to think about that kind of stuff. He's not hitting anybody.
Alright, give a moon shard to your Rubik. He's got a damage talent.
Fine. Give you that one. Don't distract yourself with that stuff, though. Focus on the game. Your Rubik is 30. How many 30s do we have now? All right.
Dude, Rubik can start selling his items. Go right click.
Go daily.
Start changing. Go for the daedalus.
Don't think damage is the problem. It just seems like everyone's just too tanky to take out here with all this wasted mitigate everything. Oh! The Lotus Orb, quick.
Oh, the pig on pig.
DD Rune bot. Viking, they just don't want to leave this high ground. They just really don't want to leave this high ground.
That DD might actually do it.
They're pinging it. They see it.
Baby gets that DD. That might solve the issue that they've had. They've been low on the damage when it came to getting on top of someone.
Yep.
This could be the rune to do it.
Until he gets nullified and he gets dispelled instantly.
He's got a BKB.
He's got a BKB. He's got ways to play around it.
You're not going to be able to dispel it through the BKB.
Let's see what they can do here. As Viking have finally left that high ground here for a moment, trying to catch somebody on the wraparound, but Alliance also thinking similar. They're both kind of doing the same move.
They're not going to find anything here. Honestly, could
they hit the buildings pretty hard, though, right? With the exorcism, double catapult.
Just go into the base.
I think they might be able to.
Just go in. Yeah, it's going to take a right back to just go in.
They still don't have buybacks, though. It's scary. You know, making those type of plays, but they're thinking about it.
You just do it.
I think they're seeing the auras.
Do it.
They're starting to see the auras.
Oh, they're going to do it. They're going to get the jump on Shad. He needs help. He needs it now. He's going to get it. He's gone. He's dead once. Buyback straight away. Toby's going to come in with the hex. Oh, there's a battle. Nico's going to jump over the missile towards Toby. He's got the ice bomb. Boom, trying to help out Shad. He's doing serious damage with the back though. Nico baby's getting on. Nico baby's trying to run in. The damage isn't enough to bring him down. He tries to live with the lifesteal. It won't keep him alive. Nico baby out of the game for 2 minutes. So is Boom though. They do lose to Tiny. It's a 2-for-1. Nico baby's buyback back in 1 minute and 10 seconds.
2 for 2. Shad had to buyback. It's a scary moment for Shad.
But he does have to buyback. Yeah. This Sven and Earthspirit do not.
Yep.
Earthspirit's going to have his back now. Hanskin's got his.
Yep.
but at least 50 seconds, no Sven. Without your Tiny, I mean, you can still push if you're Viking. You can still push.
So scary now for Shad, though. He's already having a tough time getting himself in position in these fights.
Roche. Roche is alive.
Okay, Roche is alive. Could definitely try for that. There's no Sven, like you said.
Yourself, Roche.
Just thinking about it. There's a pesky Plague Ward.
I mean, they know. I mean, Alliance can't fight this.
Or they got the buyback.
Or the buyback will spook him. The buyback will spook him.
Don't give up, says Boom, giving his comrades a little bit of morale there from the bench for the next 65 seconds. They're forcing the lanes out. You see Aramis pushing bottom. They've got the summons pushing a little bit in the mid. 19,000 lead now for Alliance Gold. Does not feel like it matters at all, of course.
No, it doesn't.
All about those jumps.
It's just all about the buybacks right now. Who has them and who does not? 93 minutes. I mean, it's just going to be a mistake that ends this game really at this point. But this game, if both teams keep this play and this sort of cautiousness, this game's not going to win.
It's eternal.
This game is not going to.
And as soon as we say that, someone's going to feed out of position.
I don't know.
And the game will end abruptly. Now, the buybacks are really important, though, for Alliance, because now the Drow is the big threat, right? So I feel like if they full commit with their double, with everyone, pretty much everyone with their buybacks and Alliance, they're going to be in a great spot, because Drow only has that one life. So they can full commit onto her and then buy back and go again, and if Drow's dead, they win.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Alliance has a pretty big window when Sven is up for them to go.
But
finally.
Again, I feel like Viking can just sort of play it super safe and
there it is. The Rapier, I think he's feeling the pressure a little bit because he doesn't have that buyback.
Okay.
God, he's slow. 290 movement speed. Look at him crawling. Look how far back he's playing to, waiting for Ancients. He's like, all right, 3-shot those.
Boom, yeah, 1,700 crits here, ladies and gentlemen. Shad with the
He got rid of the man, though.
Yes.
I think he was like realizing he's like, I don't need to dispel, like, whatever. It's like, I need to get BKB and just pure damage off. But yeah, Alliance, I think this is their time window to just capitalize on this.
West 4.
No fight.
There is straight away the just for by some safety, but he's still following those teams. The ghost center keeps him alive. He's out. Nico Baby, G's on top of Shad. He found Shad. Shad detail. Is he going to get it? The hex out to Nico Baby, but Shad is falling low. They're trying to get him out. They're forcing to the side. The refresher is popped. Shad continues to retreat. The Drow is going to get out of there. They'll lose Aramis. Aramis bites back straight away. Boom. Trying to finish off Hanskin. Hanskin rolls away. Nico Baby's up with the stun. Boom. He is out for 100. No buyback on Boom. He's actually short on the gold. It's not even a timer for Boom. He's just not got the money.
Oh no. And now the refreshers are popped. They're going for the jugular. Drow has reset to full HP. Alliance get the megas finally.
There we go, Alliance.
Do they continue pressing forward here?
Still got to respect Shad. Nico Baby. He's trying to go over this. He's going to pop the BKB. Refresh the fight. He's ready to charge. He gets the bash onto Celery. Aramis and Shad. They're back holding from the fountain. Limpsy on this to be propped. Turns to the side, but Celery able to force himself away. The Hurricane by the Glimmer Cape doesn't keep him alive though. He's dead. Buys back. Fortification also used here from Viking GG in an attempt to push Alliance back. Alliance still got this window. 50 seconds with the game being 5 versus 4. Ghosts are out. Can Viking hold with just the 4 of them? Shad trying to clear the wave as best as he can with the multi-shot.
Nothing's dying though.
It is. Tier 4's gone. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's died. He's got a buyback. He's got a buyback. Boxing finishes this one off. But is he going to get the chance to? Because Hanskin, he's also dead. Hanskin, his buyback still caught up for 4.5 minutes. S4, he's trying to run, but the Yaws control is up in the air. He's going to spin up a kid. S4 jumps into his death because he's got the buyback. Just wants to try and get the poison over onto Shad, but Shad doesn't care. Shad doesn't care. He's holding on to it. He's in. The blink head. The control of Shad off guard. He needs help, but he needs it now. Aramis, he's in with another fire and the lift, holding back Limp. Shad, he's able to go. They take down Limp. Limp's dead for 2 minutes. He's got fire. Nico Baby is trying to finish up the agent with a BKB. They've got Shad. Jumps over the stone with their legs. They've got Nico Baby. Shad, he's falling low. Can they save with the back? He's going to get out. He's going to live. He turns. The throw of Nico Baby and he's falling. Alliance have done it. Enough minutes and 30 seconds in. They'll finish it off. Viking trying their best to hold to the final moments. But Alliance had it. They went in with the buybacks. Diebacks from S4, Nico Baby, it didn't matter. They did the job. They were hitting that Ancient, and they got it taken out of the game.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the spirit type coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the long ground, on to 3, Step as well as M1 are gonna get chewed down, 3 dead, Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Shout looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the silver edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Shallow pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he doomed the Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesis back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi's down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Denny. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And oh, the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The stolen Vintage Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Sumail, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Gala's going to be here with the hook shot as well. They're going to fight Sumail. The Cogs Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Sumail down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see. CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! Into the disaster! CDEC! They're gonna get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Sumail is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Ame, gets the jump, finds the Pugner, Vision will not find the stun, Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade, Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around, Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone, no buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna, hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage, F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder by once again. The Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with a Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the dieback on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Sep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, Rebel long grab, on to 3, Sep as well as NM1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Shout looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Shower pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buyback on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. And there it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it. Going to be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you go. So a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook. Got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven. Turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Deadly. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 4
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's going to go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's light of heaven with this BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're going to do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side, they find Ame. Ame's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The Stolen Fish and Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
But this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna bites Samel. The Colts burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see. CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the Wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Ame, gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Blaze. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a Dagon. Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here. Look, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Seth misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the long ground, on to 3! Step as well as them are gonna get chewed down! 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Shout looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Shower pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting shoot through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. How? Brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. And there it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he doomed to Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it. Going to be telekinesis back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook. Got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him! One more! This is what you call one for the road!
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're going to cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dandy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's light of heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent, cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side, they find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. Oh, the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The Stolen Fish and Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
But this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, Blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna bites Samel. The Cogs Burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see. CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme, gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline. The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawkshot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice, very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there, protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with the Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the dive back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Mirana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the Infest Bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The Exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no Infest, he has the Armlet Toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the Glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the Open Wounds will come through, they have the Kinetic Shield. There's the Black Hole, from the low ground, on to 3! Step as well as them one are gonna get chewed down. 3-10. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me? From the low ground.
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Shao looking for Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive.
I unironically think you're right.
Yeah.
I seriously, 100%, not joking, not doing a bit. I seriously think he won't play Jakiro because it's boring. I'm not kidding. I actually think he's right.
Yeah. But
come on, you've coached. You know players are like this. You know they're like this.
Also, there are other players who are kind of, there in their head, and they want to play the same hero over and over again because they care more about the win than the draft. So, in all seriousness, I meme about... Oh, there's the Juggernaut. I meme a little bit about the Jakiro, but it has the potential. I don't want to see it, but it has potential. Okay,
sure.
Okay. All right, more bans coming out from Alliance. What do you think they're going to cover themselves from now?
Let's see.
Who do you think is the 3 position in this situation? Have they picked one on Viking GG? Is it going to be the Tiny? Is it going to be the Magnus?
I can't... Where's... Oh, Veno's banned. Okay, I think you can pick a 3 position right now to just stomp on the Void. You see the lane. It's Void, Jakiro. You think Void's not going to go mid. Void's not going to go off lane.
Really nice Beast.
Yeah, Beast is a...
It's just really obnoxious in the lane because you can never really kill the boars. As the Void, you rely on your Jakiro. And in the game, you always have that vision advantage. And the Raw just... It's just obnoxious.
Makes a ton of space. Makes a ton of space in the game, too, for the Jug to farm. If you want to go real crazy, you could go for, like, a Viper. That would totally destroy the Void. It's a little slow. We've seen other teams try it and fail. We've seen some other team try it. And,
do you want to call them out, Jenkins?
Yeah, let's share some names.
That was NIP.
Oh.
That failed.
Divine Bracket.
Divine Bracket.
Yeah, exactly.
So Alliance, one last ban. What obnoxious offlaner? Actually, no, not even offlane at this point. That's the thing. Like, they're banning out offlanes, but
yeah,
I kind of expect this Mag. Actually, I guess Mag's mid. Tiny's 4. Yeah, no, I think they are looking for an offlane now for Viking.
So Alliance, they get to last pick their mid. That's pretty nice. Yeah. So it goes ban, pick. So they get to
exactly. Yeah, Viking pick. Have the have to pick. No. Alliance have the final pick. Viking have to pick next. So the flex isn't really there for Viking, as you see here.
Ranger.
Okay.
Being banned out.
Okay.
Is Underlord the play? You just defend all your towers. You have the root. You don't really care about...
He does run in... I was thinking Viper is like similar to Underlord in the sense that it's somebody to run in and be a complete psychopath and set up for the Magnus. It's not super fast. Maybe you'd prefer something that initiates.
Spirit Breaker still in the pool. Just go for the cat. Oh, SD. Oh, Ash. That's
okay, nice. So it is an offline mag most likely, and then a mid tiny.
We've seen it so many times with VP that they had like mild success in their series due to the Shadow Demon. These constant saves. It's so obnoxious, and I like Vikings draft.
Dude, actually, what about Timber? I feel like you just Timber here.
You have 0 damage. Yeah.
There's nothing really...
There's literally nothing to kill
Timber. I mean, they do have the Jug Spin. They have, like, SD spells.
But how do they win the... Like, how do they win the game,
absolute worst.
Like, if they have Timber, they have no tower damage,
it's just Jakiro, yeah. It's the tower damage. Bloodseeker's kind of a non-factor. I feel like they need a stunner, too, maybe. Like, some DK.
Yeah, I think DK is the better pick here. Like, right now I'm seeing...
they did go for the Timber. Okay.
It's a nice... Like, in theory, it's good. My fear is just we saw how Viking played that pretty short game in the first part of this series and how they were so critical and great at the high ground defense.
Yeah.
And when you have no innate tower damage and you're playing against Mag with the skewer, with the RP, the swap, that if Alliance don't dumpster the lanes, I think Viking will be able to claw their way back.
That's exactly why I was thinking Timber, though. I was thinking, let's get this game over with ASAP. I don't want to go late game against these guys. Like Timber is like the snowball hero you would pick, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I like the Timber.
I like the overall get me out of the game strategy that Alliance has, but it's just the fact that when they want to get out of the game, they don't actually have the thing to really get them out, which is killing the
They might get out of the game by losing. But no,
I get into a third game though. That's the problem. As we see these odds yet again favoring Alliance. Unsurprisingly, they took game one. Still relatively even though. Viking GG definitely making a compelling case for them.
I think it's like 30-40 minutes. Yeah, I think there's not as much holding the high ground potential from Viking this game. And yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah,
and I think Alliance is a better draft.
And it was all hinging on that Timber saw for you.
I think the Timber's a really good pick.
Yeah, Timber's going to do a lot of work this game. If the Timber owns it, continues the tempo, I can see them like owning the game. Liquipedia just plays so damn aggressive. I just have that like little bit of faith in Viking, just having that gusto in them, still deep to keep them going.
Yeah, I mean it's one of Limp's best heroes too, this Timbersaw. So like he's played in metas where it's dog shit and he owns with it.
Then let's see, after being in a very uncomfortable 96-minute game, if some comfort might bring Alliance to a quick 2-0 as we look forward to the next game of this series.
Yeah, let's find out here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for this game 2. Ready to go pretty soon. We've just had the Jars Fog. Well, what do you reckon? The panel, they called the Timbersaw as the last pick, does come out from Alliance. Do you sort of see Alliance playing this fast and getting some good momentum going? Or again, do you think there's going to be the issues? Viking GG last game and the other bits of it showed us some very solid laning against Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like a really good Timber game. There really is not a whole lot of damage she has to worry about. If this Tiny, in particular, doesn't just explode, you know, right? Like, it just can't like get these chain kills on them. Who provides the damage? Like, Jug isn't going to. Shockwave, Shadow Demon. Soulcatcher can maybe change some tides and stuff like that. By the time he gets there, though, you'll imagine the Timber starts to get stuff, get items in order to deal with it. So, it looks like a really strong Timber pick in order to distract them, right? Because it's all about Nico Baby having that success for the Void. But I do agree also that there is a lot of ways for them to botch their pushes, right? Like if they do get out of position, there's a lot of repositioning. There's a swap, there's a toss, there's a Magnus skewer. There's a lot of different ways that we could see Viking GG try to take advantage of a Timbersaw that overplays his hand.
Yeah, yeah, as you say, that combo in particular, Magnus Tiny, I feel that's something we've seen a lot of teams go for, definitely. Something behind that.
Look at that item build. Boots mid.
Yeah, I mean, you're against the Timbersaw,
yeah,
right?
It makes sense. Like, that's a pretty cool approach. I haven't seen it too often, but yeah.
Make sure that, you know, if you do start to get nuked down low, you're able to retreat. Make sure you don't get caught out by too many of the whirling deaths.
Still sounds like a very unfun matchup for the Tiny, as Limp's going to play very aggressively for those and denies. Ooh, Boom actually misses. Oh, a couple of those last hits. Yeah, Limp will be off to an excellent start. And hey, you know, Limp, very comfortable Timber player, also very comfortable Tiny player, so he should know the ins and outs of what he's playing against throughout the majority of the start of the game.
This can't be nice for Boom.
Nah. See bottom. Hanskinny's gone for the full stats build, and oh, Celery. Very close to actually dying there.
Yeah, having to use his ferret fire.
I mean, Shad also has to be careful. He can't commit forward. Like we said, this Rubik went for the stat build. I believe I saw him with the crown plus triple branch. So he has that crazy type of right click that comes out from him to just trade. And that Blood Rapier damage will always be a factor. Ooh, Celery not getting the last hit on the range creep already. Alliance off to a solid start in that mid and bottom lane. And top, you'd imagine, you know, Void, he's He doesn't actually have the best lane up here. It's a little bit of pressure coming out, especially because the Shadow Poison is there early.
Yeah, interesting to see, because I feel like we've seen a lot of Shadow Demons recently just not go for the poison. So
usually that's the 5, though.
Ah, that's true. I guess, yeah, you're right. We are going to see the as you said, plays as the 4.
Yeah.
And do you like that? Still plays for the 4 Shadow Demon in this meta?
It's a good save versus a lot of what Alliance does have, and I think that hero does have untapped potential in the 4 position. He has an Aghanims that breaks, right? So I think if you ever can get that item, it can change the entirety of a game, right? Like Timbersaw just gets broken, Void, etc. I think that's those later stages. So what can they do on FNG here? Good chunk of damage here.
They should be able to get him off here with a shockwave slow, dragging him back.
Couple more hits.
Should be your first blood. Ooh, the movement speed favouring FNG? No, it's not.
No,
Toby's able to get in. First blood for him.
Yep. But we're still seeing these lanes playing out pretty well. Like, he's dying, but look how far he forced them away from the wave. So Void is able to get those solid last hits, and that's usually what Jakiro does. He soaks the pressure. So it really is looking like 3-1 lanes for Alliance, the way they've set these things up for themselves, which is, I mean, that's the only way they can set up their lanes. It's a very standard kind of setup for them. So we're going to see Viking try to break the mold a little bit here and somehow come out victorious with some kills or something like that, because it's not going to get better for them in these lanes. It's going to get harder and harder, especially with this Timbersaw versus Tiny matchup. He could get stronger too.
To this lane, once Limp hits 6, you can't be here if you're Boom. I mean, what's he going to do? What's this Tiny... What do you do?
You can't do anything even before that. The lane is impossible. If you don't get some type of level 1 gank or something. Even then, the lane is impossible. You can't actually do too much as this Tiny here. And I feel like he might just walk back to base, actually, because he's under threat of dying. It's a huge concern.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I mean, the draft, Alliance have just smashed it on all fronts in regards to the lane setups.
Yep, but Panel said it, right? They want them to smash the lanes, and Alliance did draft themselves for that type of success. This is going to have to be, looks like it's going to have to be some type of comeback with some Empower plus Jug, because this is, it's going to be really tough for them to do anything. Like Shad, no way he can pressure this lane ever. So S4 can just hit creeps, even if he's getting spun on. I think he can just stand still and attack creeps and heal off of it, and they can turn the fight afterwards.
Mid lane, 4-minute rune. Let's see who's going to be able to grab this.
Gonna toss him away, maybe. Considering how he's going to play it.
And that's going to be quite nice for Boom. At least give him some chance at getting the CS, getting the denies with this DD.
Yep, still going to hit the Timber for 0, and still going to get zoned away, but maybe he can get a couple of last hits as he's really suffering. And yeah, because that whole play that happened, Nico Baby, he's got a full wand and a Wraith Band finish, and now that spam. Shadow Demon and Magnus do nothing to Void. He can sustain easily versus that. Even aggressively glyphing now early on here, as soon as it does pretty much come up. That's tough. Tough start here for Viking.
See bottom.
Look, they can't actually kill these heroes.
I mean, Blade Fury it's not doing enough damage.
No. They can't kill S4 with it ever, unless he massively misplays. They can maybe catch the Rubik if he's too far up in some situation, but yeah, Bloodseeker just sustains through it.
On top, Toby is in trouble if Nico Baby gets more bashes, but won't be able to. Toby.
He's holding skill points as well, too. Two held skill points on that Magnus at the moment.
5-minute rune, Celery is going to be able to grab them, but he's probably going to die for this.
Yep.
As they'll chase him down.
Oh, he killed the rune, though.
The bounty rune. I guess they realize that they're not even going to try and chase for it.
Yeah.
Top lane. They're trying to get aggressive onto FNG.
Do they have the next poison?
And Aramis.
They do.
He is almost certainly going to die in return here. Nico Baby just needs a bash. He's not finding it, though. He's not getting the bash.
There it is.
That'll do it.
And with the time dilation as well. Bit of extra slow for him to catch up there. He's still farming perfectly fine and getting kill involvement. Limp, as we said, dominating.
Mid lane. Oh, it's quite the win here for the Timber.
I just don't know what you do because you can't even rotate your supports to kill him is the problem. Your Shadow Demon and Venge don't really give you any damage to kill this hero until way later on. At least from the Shadow Demon Soul Catcher whenever he does get those type of points in. And they'll even secure the rune.
Oh, that's good. He's going to want to take that away from Boom.
Messes with them a little bit. But there. He's going to get the D-ward as well. He will. A fast, almost instant D-ward as that's only been up for like 20-30 seconds or so. And puts a ward of his own to get the vision in case of any rotations. But I don't think Limp even has to worry about any. As we said, there's no damage to kill this Timbersaw.
I mean, Limp's just going on Boom. There's nothing Celery can do. An extra TP's coming in. Boom's going to turn with his odds back onto Limp, but Nico Baby jumps over. Time dilation's there, and he's joined forces with the two in the mid lane to come and pick up a kill.
And he's going to press her. They're going to take the tower. Limp is just going to stand there. He's got max reactive armor, so this is very likely a tower that they can't contest unless they bring heavy forces. But even then, Limp is buff. He's got the cloak even finished up too. They're bringing everybody. Shadow Demon's coming now as well.
They really want to get him. He is pretty low. But is he low enough to be burst? The shockwave comes out. The poison start to stack up. They turn. The chrono's out. Nico Baby's got the catch onto the two of them. They take out Toby with the chakram. Magic Missile comes out onto Nico Baby. He's got the time warp, but he won't get the chance to use it. Boom's able to catch him in the combo.
All right. Oh, wait, Chad. Uh-oh. This is a solo kill for S4. Oh.
I admit nothing but myself.
I think is that the Veil coming out on the courier as well? I think it is. Oh boy. So at least they got Nico Baby's Void in mid, but definitely a lot of problems they're gonna have to be dealing with.
And got both of these tier 1 towers getting pressured so early.
Yep.
By Alliance this game.
And Veil looking super hot with all of Alliance's heroes. Every single one of them getting massive benefits from this item. Especially Timber, of course, those pure damage getting buffed up even more so than the damage they already do. Limp knows ya. Just get the hood, continue the pressure on mid. They at least defended the tower and got the kill on the Void. But they're gonna need to really address whenever that Timber does press forward. Boom. It's a bounty. He'll use a little bit of that mana too for the maximum efficiency of the bottle.
Limp trying to chase him down. And again, just
he might not here.
Limp put the mark. And off the mark again here. So boom.
Just kidding.
He's out.
Just kidding. Omni. Got the rupture afterwards. S4.
Could he get a kill here? Unlikely with Shadow having the healing ward. Well, maybe with the blood right actually, this magical
damage. A lot of damage.
My goodness, he can.
Yep. Max blood right with Veil. Can't neglect that. Boom. He's making rotation, but it's spotted under a ward.
I admit nothing but myself.
FNG is slow.
He
goes for the courier. Oh, he doesn't quite get it.
I'm not going to find anything with that movement.
And he loses his tower immediately because of that movement. And unable to get that kill set up either.
And bring the 3 down here as well. Alliance can try and find this tier 1. Boom and Celery will hang around.
Yeah, just leave Nico Baby on an island. Limp doesn't need your help. So yeah, pressure bottom. Pressure this Jug. Jug's mid now, of course, trying to avoid that pressure, but it's not a fun place to be versus this Timber Saw.
Yeah, Limp is just huge. This Timber pick really coming into action here in the laning stage. His first 10 minutes, he's just taking over. A 6-4 3k lead for Alliance and 9.5 minutes in.
Boom. Trying for a grab here, but there's a lot of heroes.
And again, this blood right is just destroying them. This fast start for S4 is just going to be so problematic. This Max blood right and Veil, as you say, with the combination of the backup. They can just blow up whoever they want. Whoever shows up on this bottom half or anywhere near the Bloodseeker will die.
They're just going to run from tower to tower and just take them now with Timber. And Void, like we said, Nico Baby can just farm on the sides there. And Viking, they don't have great ways to deal with this. They're going to have to just sacrifice that tower. They're going to have to just play for some type of greed game and hope for the best in this one, because it's looking like this one might be an early one. Aramis getting aggressive.
Hanskin should. Oh, could really go down it. Oh, that. So she's going to save him from a bit of the Blade Fury damage. And now Nico Baby's going to get the chance to come in with the Chronosphere. And he gets it onto the one of them. But it should be a secure kill nonetheless with the Blood Rite coming out. They'll burst him down low, but maybe not. Celery actually with the swap, the bait. It's going to work for Viking. They turn it around. They look towards Nico Baby. Another swap. Celery keeping him in reach of the Jug with the Omni Slice. The bounce is actually taking him over to S4 though nonetheless. And S4 Nico Baby, they're still alive here. Another avalanche comes in onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby with the juice. Can Shab find him? He can't. The time walks out in time. Nico Baby's actually going to live here. Extra TP's coming in the tree. Won't be enough damage. Nico Baby survives with the stick charges. Limp cleans up Shad before Shad's able to get out. And now Boom and Celery, they're stuck in pretty deep.
So bad.
They're still trying to find S4. They can't reach him. Celery turns with the magic missile, but the Chakram takes him out. As Viking, they just couldn't quite quite do enough damage. Both S4 and Nico Baby came so close to dying, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't get them. They live. Alliance turned things around more than easily there with the time that Viking had to spend diving in, and it cost Viking 3 of their lives, 2 of them being the big ones, both Shad and Boom dying deep behind enemy lines.
Nothing but my sadness.
I guess they're just trying to cause a lot of craziness because I think they know how tough this one really is going to be for them there. Their Magnus is getting some decent farm. He actually took majority of that space because it was the Jug diving forward there, but such nice kiting coming out from Alliance, surviving. All these magic wand charges really built up. FNG.
Yeah, this was
watch him
sort of diving up in the jungle top.
Yeah.
And that's what I just continue to fly out. He's going to have the Yules done in about a Campbell's time.
3-0 and 4. And this is before he has any points in the Blood Rage to make his Timber Saw that much stronger, or himself, of course, with those Blood Rights.
Hey, right, a Blood Rage Timber, one of those heroes that cares a little less about the HP drain because you just have so much regen going with the stacks of the armor.
Oh, and buffing up all that pure damage too. Ooh, it's tasty.
That's an insane amount, and go for this build as well, right? The Bloodstone. So you're going to have the Bloodstone buff and the Blood Rage. You are just going to destroy these heroes.
Oh, tickles Limp a little bit there. And Limp continuing to play aggro, trying to go for these tower pressures here to shrink the map. Because if you're playing versus a Magnus and a Jug, shrinking the map just gets very scary for Viking at the Physical Fear. As he shouldn't.
Just 13 minutes pressuring the tier 2 tower down bottom.
And this Tiny, as he was unfortunately in the lane versus the Timber here, is nowhere near a Blink Dagger. Try to get any of these type of catches. Tower's gone. They can go take an outpost.
13 minutes. That's got to be one of the quicker tier 2s we've seen go down here at the Omega League.
Now they have full access into the jungle, which Viking really does want to have access into theirs as well as their triangle. And everything's just scary for them. He's getting him powered up so he can try to get that active farm. They're still looking to play invasive. And they actually have some juicy stacks here today.
Oh, they do. They're going to get them. Viking. And Celery, he's going to pay with his life. Shad, can he clean this up in time? He's getting a lot of farm.
He might get chronoed.
He knows he can't TP out. He's trying to run. Nico Baby. Booms in with the toss and with the Omni Slash. They kill the Void. Doesn't look like... well, they do get the Jakiro as well, but Alliance should still have the superior cleanup. As they surround the Magnus, Toby tries for the Skewer out, but he's going to end up bringing S4 with him. S4 can continue to chase. Greaves are popped, but they've got the Yules into Bloodbright. Toby taken out as well.
I got Nico Baby.
They do get something. Again, Nico Baby just unable to get that Chronosphere off, with Boom hitting him with the Avalanche.
I can't believe he time walked. I thought he was just going to chrono in place because he was ruptured. He could just kill the healing ward, then have the backup from his team for the damage. He probably thinking he didn't have the damage, but time walking in was crazy versus Ava as well as the combo, plus the Omni Slash. Yeah, Nico Baby slipping up a bit here, giving maybe some signs of life here to Viking. As all things considered, they're not that crazy far behind. The Jug and that Magnus still farming decent. Tiny just got a little bit of recovery too.
Yeah, with that power, Jug can catch up.
He can catch up. This is a game that they want to play for those later stages, and especially when the Void's starting to make these mistakes, you might be feeling invigorated a little bit here.
Yeah, and you did get a good amount of the stacks there from this half of the map when you came over. Bottom lane.
There's the chrono. He'll find himself an easy one. 470 gold. I guess it was a killing spree on the Shadow Demon there, but okay, that actually ends up working for in Nico Baby's favor.
I see Viking. Now that they've got some fire,
Boom.
They're going to be quick with the plays.
He's level 9 as well, so he has good kill damage.
This is going to be an easy one. FNG is found.
All right. And this is almost the blink finished up now for him. He was only at like 600 gold before they actually made that invasive play. That was huge for them. See if Seller is able to find these D wards as he's spotted walking in here. It's a pretty sneaky ward coming out from Alliance, son. Instant TP, but there's a Yules.
Yeah, not going to work against S4.
Nope. Tonskin securing it so the neutrals cannot.
See Hanskin also with the extra catch. He's got the Atos this game on Ruby.
Oh, cool. Okay. Is that ward actually just outside of the sentry ward up top there? It looks like. I think it is right up top left.
Oh yeah, that is
just outside of the sentry range. A very different ward. They have damage.
Do they?
It's looking a little tough here. They don't have enough.
They don't. That's what's going to be able to live. That's an RP down the drain.
Oh, they're glyphing to try to make him stick around here. Yeah, FNG knows something's up. This one will back away.
Well, we got down bottom. Hansken.
There's a sentry ward there. Hansken is in some trouble.
I mean, Nico Baby, yeah, no Chrono, so Nico Baby can't really help out.
He looks pretty dead here.
You gotta leave the Ruby behind.
Aramis doing work down here with these sentry ward placements. They got the D ward, I believe, that was there earlier on that right high ground, and then able to get that kill.
Boom's going for this. Have they got enough burst? No, the skewer missed.
Up Narc.
The skewer missed, and now Boom.
He can TP though.
Ryan TP, they've got yours.
The
TPs just ain't gonna work against S4. As Nico Baby and Limp come over to clean him up. Limp, of course, with that Bloodstone picking up the charge.
Looked like S4 was low on mana there, but had enough for the Yules anyway. Still keeping at a consistent 4K lead for Alliance here, but I do feel like Vikings making some pretty good space moves here, right? They're giving him space for the Jug. He's got a defusal. Definitely has that damage to deal with. And I mean, the mana burn is something frustrating for Timbersaw for sure. But he is very fat on the Timber still with that Bloodstone.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of mana you need to burn for to really start carrying.
Better than I expected them to be doing after this pretty tough start.
Sure, with the Tiny getting no sort of game in the lane. He's at least able to contribute to some of these moves.
Yeah, Diffusal can definitely make some pretty big differences versus... I mean, the Void, too. It can be annoying. Quick hits with that Omni Slash. You only have 450 mana pool. He's got one, but...
Maybe in the fights, if you're dropping Chrono, and that's half your mana pool.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to stop him from time walking in the long drawn-out fights, especially with Omni Slash.
He actually sneaks in and steals the Ancient stack that Hansken just set up.
They're getting a lot of the stacks away from Alliance. There's Lim. He's going to come in from the side. Toby trying to skewer him away, but Lim's able to continue to chase. Shat.
Omni was
looking
used.
towards S4, and Nico Baby getting away again. They're in over. They got
Nico Baby again.
They're getting the Void every single time with these combos.
And Shad, it's a long TP. Oh, he actually has to stop it.
But he'll be Rod of Atos out onto the vent. Limping on the front lines, Hansken turning over towards Celery. There will be the destruction to hold back the Ruby. Celery getting focused by Limp. Shadow alive, double telekinesis, the skewer from Toby, pushing Hansken off to the side.
Oh my god,
they've lost 4. It's only Limp left alive.
Oh my god, they're doing it.
I mean, we're seeing just so many times Nico Baby's getting caught out by the burst.
Yeah.
He's not getting the chance to use his Chronosphere because Viking, boom, he's on top of him. This Void needs a BKB before he tries us to fight.
He hesitated. That was the thing, right? Like Shaddy was turning on him, and the Void hesitated for a second after the Omni, and then Boom comes in with a perfect move. Wow, Viking making some real heads-up moves in these last few moments. Kind of evening the game out entirely.
Alliance is going to try and come in and punish them for taking the tower. Limp looking over towards Aramis. Destruction will buy some time. Limp, he's going to want to try and chase on. He is relatively alone, though. Nobody else quite in range. FNG and Hansken trying to make it over.
They're trying to stall away here. They have RP, but they don't have Omni, and they're a little bit afraid of this positioning as all of Alliance are running over, and they see it with these wards.
Boom's going to show mid. Limp is able to get in range to cancel the blink. It's going to be up in 5 seconds.
He's trying.
He's trying with these trees that he's planting, but can't quite reach him. Boom's away.
Pushed them away from the bounty run, at least the secondary one, so they should claim 3 on the side of Alliance, but this is really good signs. Yeah, really good signs for Viking.
He's getting up there.
These kills on Nico Baby, like Nico Baby's playing very careless. It does seem so far in this one. And it's not like he's playing versus an easy game as Void. He's playing versus Bench. He's playing versus Shadow Demon. This is double saves versus an Chronosphere. And Viking, they're starting to feel like they are starting to get that damage to deal with everybody. They can ignore the Timber for some time. The rest of them are pretty fragile. He's doing a very good job so far.
Yeah, it feels very hard for him to go before he has the BKB.
Yeah.
They're just going to have so many ways to mess with you in the Chrono, as you say. There's Viking, smoke up and just going to finish off this tier 1 tower. TP coming from Limp and from Hansken.
Soul Catcher, we'll mess with him a bit. But with, oh, he has Essence Ring as well on top for this Timber, okay. And I believe that was the reveal of the Shadow Demon Blink Dagger right there from Aramis, as he quickly blinked away from the Timber jumping onto him.
Oh, we will have Alliance getting back in and taking another tower. At the top lane, we'll lose their tier 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Baby Okay, so not going for the BKB at all, just trying to go for the stats S&Y into the MKB. It's Toby. Now to remove that Atos with the Greaves, skewer back, Limp trying to stay on top of him. S4 comes in with the rupture. It's Toby. And is Limp going to dive this? Oh, that swap kind of helped him out. Limp's up to the high ground. They'll try and burst Limp. RP as well. They're throwing everything on him. Then comes the Chrono. Catches the three of them. They'll focus down Toby first, finish him off with the shockwave. Now they'll turn over towards the joke. The telekinesis into the bashes. They've got the lockdown. Shad's dead. Nice Chrono from Nico Baby. Came out in a way where Viking weren't able to actually use any of the saves to stop them from getting the kills on the two cores.
Limp's still showing that he's the boss. When he can walk up to the high ground there with all this 18 Bloodstone, the Essence Ring, the Hood. They have no way to still address this, and this time they kind of focused him, so it gave Nico Baby the space to be able to jump in. And that was the RP expended. Slip up there from Viking. Cost him heavily. Gonna lose their last outer tower, it seems like, so shortly. They will be respawning soon. And Alliance will actually give them some respect there.
Yeah, they'll chill out a bit, wait for their ults to come back up. Wait for that Chrono.
Quickly back up to that 5,000 gold lead, and Alliance, they're still keeping their footing around the area. They still have that ward in position. And Limp?
I mean, you say he don't care.
Confident. Yeah.
Limp goes wherever he wants.
They're gonna try maybe here.
Does he?
Thinking about it.
I think he still goes wherever he wants. There's Limp. Help with the chain. Again, just not able to nearly do enough damage to kill him. Even try for the setup onto Hansken. Go get the Rubik. Rubik swap back into the Blade Fury of Shad.
Trying to pick that fight while Chrono's still down and avoiding Limp, of course, here. That was getting close to a point where they might actually be able to pop Limp, though. He has to be a little cautious. I feel like he might want to get a Lotus Orb just to protect himself from that Omni Slash potential, as well as any of these like swap plays and these soul captures that can be annoying. This Dispel, as well as protect from those spells, is going to be important for him. And probably the biggest growth that he actually can get as an item.
They've still got 1 minute to make their move here, Viking. Nico Baby would be the dream target.
Okay, he's gone for... Okay, he went for Yules. Interesting on Limp, because there is a Shadow Demon. So they can still just get dispelled. If there's a shot, like Demonic Purge on him, in a lot of these situations, that's not going to do much of anything, while Lotus Orb would.
But...
you don't have to deal with it.
I mean, again, you're making him use Demonic Purge on you, and...
For sure.
He's not dying, right? So he kind of wants everything to be used on him.
That is what you sound like.
I really thought he was going to go for Lotus. Versus Omni, it's just like the hard counter to Jug. Jug just can never click on.
No, I mean, sure, it's great against a single target, and it's a good amount of armor as well.
Yeah, still a super solid pickup anyway for the Timbers.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets both.
Yeah, absolutely.
The end of it all.
And they're still in a very comfortable position here after those few slip-ups. They do find their footing. And still, they have this crazy map control. Do lose their ward during that little expedition there, but yeah, they're still farming just fine.
Yeah, we'll see if Viking can continue to turn it around. As we did see in that last game one, obviously a lot of back and forth, and even at points where it did seem that Alliance had a solid lead, Viking were able to kick back hard with the maneuvers they make, and
they're good at brawling.
They are. And again, if they're able to sort of keep this game going till at least like the 40-minute mark, we're going to get into the territory where buybacks are very much available in terms of having the money.
Yeah, I mean,
we saw how good they were with the buybacks in game one.
Yeah, and we saw how good they were at defending high grounds too. And like we mentioned, there's the Venge swap, Tiny Tossback, Magnus Skewers. They got the Empower for the late game too. They do have very strong late game.
Oh, well, there we go. Alliance deep in thought there. Hansken almost away from this.
He looked a little snoozy there for a moment.
I think he was not moving at all. Just getting the voice comm set up, so hopefully we'll be able to get straight back in the action. FNG always gave us the eyes there.
Oh, and the neck crack.
Oh, he's ready.
That's confidence.
He's ready. He's so sat up nice and straight hip. Posture's pretty good.
Oh yeah, posture check. Oh yeah, good call. Everyone posture check.
Posture check.
Okay, we're good.
Quick drink some water.
Yep.
Somebody get that water coming past going.
I do not have a water. That's unfortunate.
Water. I might die.
Oh no. All right, let's take a look though. What else do we have going on here?
Wow!
Nico Baby looks like he's just going tanky. All right, he's got the Scott.
Ooh, Scotty instead of the MKB. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see that a lot, right? When we do see a Void go for a damage item, a big item first, it pretty much is exclusively the MKB right now.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, the Skadi, as you say, it's going to help him against the straight up burst when he gets caught out by these stuns.
I think that's probably the majority.
So that's nice. Means that you don't have to worry too much about killing off the healing ward because you're going to be reducing the healing that someone's getting from it. Sure.
You slow him through the spin as well, I guess. On the way, like kind of sort of.
You do
slowly. Sorry.
You do, yeah.
Something.
We'll see. I mean, he might still change his mind again.
Yeah, for sure.
Nico Baby does like to flick around the choices. But
I do think it can be a pretty good timing around them, though. Like if he, I mean, if he even goes for anything, but it's all about them. They can just end the game if they get like really tanky. They get a Roche, and they can just like with this strong Timber Saw, they have very good timings. Look, like level 17 on Timber, level 17 on Void. They do have very strong windows, and they don't want this one going. I mean, they could go late. But I don't think they want it to go very late, right? That Magnus, that Juggernaut, that would be real strong.
I don't think you want to go late if you're Alliance. What have you got in the late game? You've got a Chronosphere. And what is the biggest counter to the Chronosphere?
Saves.
It's the buybacks.
And
the saves.
Yeah.
And the saves. I mean, you're right. The saves are probably first and foremost.
A super farm Shadow Demon with a blink and an 8 lens, too.
You don't want this to go late if you're Alliance. Unless you want to make... give Nico Baby a massive challenge.
Yeah, I think would be as well because I'm assuming we don't even have to click on the Shadow Demon, but I'm assuming this has got Naganims queued up next.
I mean, you'd hope so. I think what's he got at the moment? He's got like the Aether
He's got Aether Lens and Blink Dagger.
Oh, yeah, I feel like you've got to go.
If he gets this Ags, that can be such a big game changer entirely. Like it breaks. Even like let's say the Faceless Void gets level 25, you can break the backtrack. You're going to break the reactive armor.
I mean, just break the bash, right? You just stop the Void from doing any damage, especially if you are going for like this Skadi build instead of like an MKB. Like you're kind of literally going to do no damage as the game scales on.
Yeah, and imagine Viking. They're still going to look for these small little skirmishes when Chrono is down, and when they do see see opportunities. But for the most part, they're going to be playing for that later stage.
Oh, certainly were able to do it last game.
Look at us dip and diving through those trees in between the branches.
Beautiful flying hit.
Can we go between the log inside the log?
I don't think you can.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Or it probably looks all buggy.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't imagine they spent much time on the inside of logs.
Between the legs, though, here.
Oh, don't look up.
Don't look up. We're good.
Good. Keep it family friendly.
Yep. Check out the swords. Look at their feet.
Oh, they got little hoofs. I saw a really interesting video the other day of someone cutting a horse's hoof. Have you ever seen that?
What the heck?
It's like you cut massive chunks off.
Oh, I don't want to hear that. That's awful.
No, it's very good. The horses like it.
What the hell?
I'm pretty sure. I'm not an expert on grooming horses. I don't really know how horse care works, but the horse wasn't complaining.
Okay.
I mean, I guess he can't. He doesn't speak English.
Sounds pretty intense.
And I guess the only thing he can say is nay, which isn't really affirmative.
Fair enough.
But he wasn't neighing. He wasn't making any noise at all, which I guess is also not a good sign. But anyway, it was a very interesting video about a horse having his hoofs cut.
Does not sound lovely at all to me. I would not want to watch that.
Well, apologies again for this. The only explanation we did have was voice. We can only hope that Hanskin didn't literally lose his voice.
What could have happened? It was a long last game.
Yeah, there was probably some screaming. Last game. Not just from the players. I'm sure many people at home probably lost their voices as well. Yep. So that game came to a pretty climactic end. What kind of ward's that up there?
That's a little mushroom, right? Looks like it.
Something's on the mushroom.
It's a snail.
Oh, it's a snail on the mushroom. It's chilling.
All right, let's get back into it here as they're looking for Nico Baby. No Chrono up 50 seconds. Trying to get something to catch.
He's in the blink. He's in trouble.
He's dead
again. Oh, again.
They had something in their mind on that pause. They stuck to it.
That's simple. We kill the Nico Baby, and they do. They're doing it every time. Nico Baby is consistently getting caught out, and their tips are coming out.
Toby's like, I'm gonna die. You know what?
Yep.
You're gonna die too, and I'm gonna give you a tip.
He died so that he could tip. You know, you know it from your pub games. The people that tip the most are the ones that die the most.
Likely to be true. Boom telling his team, keep confident, don't give up. As this Jug gets time to farm while the Void is dead. And any of this type of breathing room for them is, very fortunate. As like we said, they want to be able to take this one to the later stages. Shadow Demon is having a hell of a game, man. 8-2-4, right? Aramis he's crushing.
I mean, you said there was maybe untapped potential with the Shadow Demon.
That's what I was saying.
There's probably other teams watching this and going, my goodness, we can do that too. What we have here, that was the kill, of course, at the top.
whilst we had the move being made onto the Void. Manta done on Shad, so he's got the Manta Diffusal ready to roll.
Oh, looks like Aramis is actually going for the Lotus Orb for his team. Not going for the Aghanims yet.
Okay. I mean, as you said, you know, if they're going by the theory of we'll just take this later than Alliance is comfortable with, get these items that are going to make sure that you're not going to feed, you're going to be able to save people, then go for the big items like the Aghanims. No need to rush for that Ags.
Sure. Just get
it later.
Protect your Omni, you know, reflect some Ruptures, reflect some Lifts, etc., some Fade Bolts, all that kind of good stuff. Remove the silences from the Blood Right. Could be a big one too. Sure, I mean, they're getting a lot of space to farm. The Jug has now overtaken. He is the #1 net worth in the game.
I mean, yeah, it's
big.
You know, he did die a lot earlier. You know, he's got 5 deaths on him, Shad.
But he's
but at this point, it definitely feels like the kills on Nico Baby are just hurting that bit much more.
Yep.
His farm slowed down. They're going to try and come out. Chrono's back online. See what they can do here. Still a very strong team fight Alliance.
Shad's got Illusions actually cutting the wave's bottom. They'll die now, but he was cutting a bit of the wave for a moment.
And they don't find anything straight away there. Obviously very hard to try and go for Boom. Never really a target you want to jump in and Chrono. Anybody with a blink it's going to be a nightmare to play against.
And they're getting more and more farm on the map. You know, Jug, he's getting all of the farm pretty much, as it's all about him in this game. They're letting him take pretty much everything as Boom probably is already satisfied with his items. They're even getting him some stacks as they're defending the triangle. It's you know, it's not looking bad for Viking anymore here. This Jug is very scary, and he's going for Scotty, which has a lot of different purposes in this game, especially versus Timbersaw. Negate that regen. Same thing versus that Void. Very strong. And he's gonna be level 18, so level 3 Omni Slash. With this Empower and this decent amount of attack speed, he can definitely pack a pretty punch. And they're always sticking behind him. You see that save. The Venge always going to be running right behind Shad just to protect him from that Chronosphere potential. Level 2 swap as well online, so better cast range. All about Shad. As it was in the last game as well.
When it comes to taking Roche, do you think we'll see? I mean, I guess when the Chrono's on, you don't really want to head in if you're Viking.
No. Unless you can do some insane sneak. But still really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, already Alliance kicking out scans around the Roche pit. Just to check if Viking are thinking about it.
See these neutral items being picked up, 27 minutes. Looks like everybody's finishing those. Spider legs for Bloodseeker. Was it a telescope on Viking?
Someone had a telescope.
I think it was a telescope on Viking, which actually very important in this game. When you're playing like Shadow Demon Venge, this extra bit of cast range versus that Chronosphere, yeah, Venge has the telescope. It can make a world of difference. So that's a really good RNGs for them there.
A nice one here for the damage. If Nico Baby wants to hold on to that, the Enchanted Quiver. And keep the Quickening Charm. Efficiency. Quickening Charm Midas.
The Midas, yes. Yeah, pretty much have the Scotty finished up, so he's gonna be very tanky. He's very likely to not die to that burst damage, but
and I get he needs to, because he doesn't have any saves himself on his team. Yeah. Nobody really else able to keep him protected. Some nice items here. Shad's got himself the Orb of Destruction.
Yep, and a Mindbreaker on the side of Alliance. Likely to give that one to Nico Baby.
Yeah, Nico Baby's got a good few options.
Yeah.
Mindbreaker. Did I just say Mindbreaker twice? I did.
You did.
Mindbreaker. Enchanted Quiver.
I was like, what?
It's getting late.
I was like, one of his abilities, Mindbreaker?
Mindbreaker. My mind is broken.
Limp near his Shivas. Still getting pretty strong too. And they're actually the ones who are going to go and commit for that rush, because they have the Chronosphere, they have the Jakiro, they have all these ults at the ready, forcing Viking's hand. The scan comes out though.
Oh, they're nowhere near. They're nowhere near. Oh, they're going to prepare. But builds their knowledge. They're nowhere near. Viking is going to start making moves.
They're starting to actually slowly
get over there. It's probably dead though, right?
Yeah,
it's dead. It's gone.
They
Didn't quite make it there in time.
Chad. Being chased away.
Ah, they've got the chrono. If Nico Baby sees a chance for it, obviously he's got to be very aware of the saves that will come out, so holding on to it for now. Oh, they're on the back lines. Toby's actually going to go for the RP. Only got Jakiro though. Nothing spectacular. And the patch is on Shad, forcing him to continue to run. He's been ruptured as well. Shad's trying to get out of it.
The rupture.
He's going to not the Omnislash, but they can stick together, share this damage, so it's putting them in no threat at all. Shad will fall. Boom. He's tried to come in on the back, and he's still got the damage to finish FNG. FNG's going to live. They'll turn. They'll kill the Tiny as well.
And they held the chrono during all of this. They just had to use that rupture.
Just run him down.
And Limp all the way up onto the high ground. Nico Baby.
That's what he wants to do. Still just holding on to that chrono. Doesn't need to use it. Over mid, Aramis looks like he was trying to cut creeps, but the creeps have passed him. They're bringing him in down the mid lane. Toby pops the Greaves. Nico Baby going in, diving these tier 4s. Celery's there with the swap out. We'll save him.
They're so tanky. No threat either with that Tiny dead. Finally starting to be on the tier 3.
Up out again. Toby. Saved by the disruption.
10 seconds still Tiny.
20 seconds till Shad. A big damage output, and it's not going to be in the game. His Alliance can push on, really use this to their advantage. They're going to stick around. Nico Baby's starting to back away. Celery with the swap onto S4. Now turn with the magic missile purge as well. Toby's in with the skewer onto the turret. Toss comes out. S4 getting on. S4 trying to run. But the poison's too much. Nico Baby comes in with the chrono. There's the disruption save to keep Boom safe. Nico Baby turns and saves it over the wall. Toby, the bashes around, but Toby will live. Brings him up. The Atos holds Boom in place, but they can't quite finish him off. Nico Baby turns over all Shad. The Blade Fury pops his Shad. Chases on forward, looking to force Alliance back, and Alliance will back up.
No Omni Slash and no RP available, but they're still trying to chase forward here. Catch while S4 is dead.
See if they can burst Limp. Still very tanky. Nico Baby time walks in for this. Cut across Shad with the timber chain. Control as well, but again, another save. Disruption's out. Toby going in with the skewer. Big chain across from Limp. Chakram control onto Toby. Hanskin comes in with the stolen toss. Toby's out. There's Limp. Now looking towards Celery. Celery trying to go for the TP out. FNG has the ice path. Lays it down through the trees. Cancels the TP. He'll be able to deal with the benches. Nico Baby jumps over, finds Aramis, comes back over.
Chased
to
too
get
far.
The finishing hit on Celery.
Chased a bit too far there. They still didn't have everything up and available. Now the RP is back, but they overcommitted a little bit too much there. Trying to take advantage of any of those cooldowns and of S4 being dead. But now back down the mid lane, Alliance. They got 20 seconds.
From Alliance, and again, just Limp's Timber. It's proving to be a huge issue for Viking GG. They just cannot kill it.
No. 9-0-10, playing it perfectly so far here.
But how do they take these fights? They have to sort of ignore him, but they can't because he's not ignoring them. He's killing them all. As Nico Baby, he's going to go in with Limp yet again under the tier 4s. Shad popping the Manta to remove the silence. Boom. Held in place by the Atos. Boom. Swap back to safety, but the Fate Ball comes out. Boom. Dead for 50. He's out of the game. Alliance can continue to push onto these tier. They were past the tier 3s and onto the racks. This racks is gone. And the tier 2s are already all taken out. So Alliance, at 32 minutes, they can just move to a side lane, look for another. And Viking, they've got to somehow put all together a defense without their Tiny. And with Nico Baby still having that Aegis.
And Limp is just looking at this. He's playing the blockade. He's not letting them pass by to catch those other heroes. S4 playing a lot more careful now because he knows they do have that kill threat.
Yeah, Toby's looking for an RP opportunity. Seeing what he can find. Shad does have the Omni Slash, so they get a big RP into Omni.
They're not clumping at all, though. Look at the way Alliance is split up.
Celery trying to step forward, trying to sort of pull them together on one target. Nico Baby's going to jump over. They've found Celery again. The Atos from Hanskin holds him in the blood right. Nico Baby picks up another kill, and Alliance, they're just getting away with taking these racks, and Viking GG cannot stop them. Aramis, he's out. Double kill for Nico Baby as they go over towards Shad. Boom. Comes in with a combo. They'll burn Nico Baby down the ones. Aegis is gone, but Nico Baby's going to be back up, and Chrono is available. Toby, go for the big skewer. RP. He's caught him in the fountain. Nico Baby's dead. Toby's done it with the RP and the skewer back. Hanskin tries to hold them out. They get the ice pump and the Macropire down onto all 3 of them. The bloodline burning low. Shad, he's got to run. He's got the Omni Slash. Turns over towards Limp getting taken down low, but it's not going to be low enough. Limp will live. Shad's got to be careful. Blade Fury used to get himself out of harm's way. But the damage has been done, Alliance. They've got the second set of racks. And Limp, he's still trying to fight. S4 stepping back. The Yule's Bolts into the ice path, though. Hold back Toby. Dual breath slows him down. The shockwave pulls back S4 momentarily. Aramis, has he got any further catch? He's trying to keep the poison upon them. Chad goes over to it. FNG slows him down with the diffusal. FNG with the Glimmer Cave jukes. Aramis is looking for him, but FNG, he's headed elsewhere. Toby's still looking for the chase, and Aramis with the blink in does manage to find the setup. He's got the disruption. FNG should fall. He continues to do his best to play around with them. Another use of the Glimmer, but they've got the detection. They'll kill FNG.
And they got what they came for, really. Alliance gets the 2 sets of racks. They get the, the very cheeky play there by Viking, getting Nico Baby inside of the fountain there, but they got, like we said, they got the big things that they were there for. And Viking, I think I saw the Tiny buy full Aghanims here, but it's really feeling so hard for them to just take out, like, Timbersaw. Like, Limp just literally runs past everything and doesn't care.
Yeah, the Timbersaw, the pick and the play,
Yep.
It's just one of those games where the final picks come in hot, and it's been played flawlessly.
Yep.
And you're just really feeling the power of it in this game. 10-0, 13. Limp couldn't be doing it any better here.
And we see the fear there. Toby, he does get the RP. It gets stolen. Hanskin almost kind of turns things. If they didn't net that RP, maybe a couple more of them do die from the chase away. But yeah, proving to be still very hard for Viking. That's just the Juggernaut trying to carry everything here. And with 2 racks is down, that pressure constantly going to be on your side. So a lot of options that Alliance can go for here, and they just have a plethora of gold.
Look at that. Daedalus for Nico Baby. BKB for Limp. So, I mean, you couldn't kill him before. With that BKB, he's invincible. Yep. He is invincible.
No more Soul Catcher to worry about. No more of these annoying stuns under tier 4s or inside of the fountain, maybe, perhaps. This is the GG BKB, the game-ending BKB that they're going for here to just close out and take that last racks. No funny business.
All they got to do is do what they did down bottom again. Yep. And the state of the game hasn't really changed. Viking themselves not really finishing any major items between that last defense and this one.
No, just the Tiny Aghanims, and I believe
Lotus was finished.
Lotus, yeah, I didn't see what I don't think Jug got any extra item just finished up yet. He just picked up a Demon Edge. So maybe that could maybe be a Rapier. Then he might have to go for it. He's got the MKB queued up.
I mean, I feel like you've got to start thinking about the Rapier.
Yeah.
Last game, there was definitely the feeling of, Shad, I wanted him to see him get the Rapier earlier. Obviously, that was a lot later in the game compared to this, but with the way that this game's going, you kind of need something major, it feels. You're down 15k, you're down 2 sets of racks, and you have little to no way of killing this Timbersaw.
He might not have time to get that, though, right?
Yeah, sure.
This is the GG push that Alliance is really looking for. They're looking to end the game in the next few minutes. This is it. Frontline, so he gets caught. No buyback.
What's up? It's a big loss for the fight. The Shadow Demon's been pretty key for the holds that they've attempted, and now out of the game for 90 seconds, Aramis.
And a stolen disruption as well for the Rubik, so he's got extra ways to catch or just mess with even the Omni Slash that does come out.
Let's see. Just go for this slow siege here.
Yep.
What are they going to do to stop it? If they step forward, Nico Baby's going to be in with the Chrono. Accelerate.
He's got the lift.
He's dead. That's another hero down, no buyback. So Alliance now at 5 against 3. Looking to be very close to being on the verge of shutting this one down, Boo. Trying to slow things out with the Ags, but it's not going to work. The tier 3's out. Alliance there on the racks. Toby comes in with the RP onto the 2 of them, skewers them in. But there isn't any follow-up. The Chrono's out onto Shad. Shad, he needs to save. He's not going to get it with both supports out of the game. Nothing can be done to keep the Jug alive. Shad goes down. Toby is out. And Boom will shortly follow as 5 men out. Viking GG hit the decks and Alliance. They get the win. They get the win here in game 2. With that, the series is theirs. 2-0 for Alliance. And this second game, they certainly came to win. Very fast-paced gameplay. Limp, the tiny pick and the tiny play. It just was. It seemed uncounterable. Viking GG didn't have. What did I say?
You said tiny.